Hello, hello, THLers. It's Friday Night Fights. I'm your host, Saku, coming at you from downtown Halifax, of course. Well, not really Halifax. Anyway, I digress. I want to welcome Corridon, who's co-casting with me tonight, with every Friday night. We have quite a few matches, including some BG playoffs going on, so...
Yeah, it's finally good to see, some playoffs finally cracking off for a lot of the people. A lot of the work that they've put in over the longer season is starting to pay off, and we're going to see that a little later on tonight.
Yeah, can't wait. So, meantime, we have probably that I can recall my first wild match that we're casting tonight, which is great. We got the wrong people on the screen right now, but it is Slate, who is going up against Excalibrine. So Slate, who is representing Aussie Pain Merchants, going up against Excalibrine from the Pog Merchants. So it's merchants versus merchants. So kind of
it's
interesting
a little
flavor.
on the nose. Yeah, branding. It's going to see who the best merchant guild really is.
That's right.
Yeah, but no, I mean, Aussies are looking to extend that lead from the everyone's a winner, hot on their heels, and Pog merchants are actually looking to try and stay in the playoff picture. So,
Yep.
quite a bit going on tonight. There's a bit of a little bit of everything that's going to be going on.
Yep, I think the full Aussie squad. So Bone Masher, Slate, Maxibon, Quick Lord, and Yo Daddy, and then
Yes, yeah, this is the full Aussie, the wild, the Down Under brothers.
Down Under brothers. So I think Pog Merchants are bringing Martian Boo or Martian Bew, Excalibrine Cherub, Tom Carter, and Goose, who's subbing in. So, all right. So let's jump over to the deck lists there and go over real quick. I got the players in queue, so they're just ready to rumble. Actually, we should probably double check the bands. So
Yeah, they are in.
if you want to yelp those ones out, and we'll.
Yeah, so Slate has banned Excalibrine's Mage, and Excalibrine has banned Slate's Druid. So those were the Ignite Druid, which Slate still does have, and it was the Mecha'thun Druid coming out of Slate. So both of those decks going to be gone. Not going to be seeing any shenanigans like that. Well, we'll still see the Mage at least once from Slate. But no Druid on the side of Excalibrine to see.
Yeah. All right, so let's rip over to the deck list, which is on screen right now for Slate. They are bringing. Oh, bad.
What's up?
Just the rogue. I'm trying to remember what rogue that was. I'm
Oh
sorry.
well, this is kind of like it's an OTK like Spectral Pillager rogue.
Okay.
So really looking to abuse the mailbox dancer. Counterfeit coins in there. So pretty much the combo with the Spectral is every time you play a card, you can deal damage equal to the number of cards you played this turn. So just looking to go for a big OTK with the Potions of Illusion, Spears of the Shark to maximize coin value. Then over to the Warlock, you got your, pretty much bread and butter, even lock.
Yep.
Pretty much what you kind of used to seeing out of an even lock. Nothing too crazy there. And then, as we alluded to a little earlier, we do have the Ignite Mage and the Druid, the Mechathune Druid. There is gone for Slight.
Right. Which seems to be rolling over people. So we go over to Excalibrine's list, which is, by the looks of it, is even Paladin.
Yeah.
And a odd rogue that's kicking around.
Yeah.
And
then
basically echoing almost. I'm just looking to see if it's card for card. It's not. Okay, so Cold Light Oracle. God, that's my tongue is not working today. So there's a few differences in there. So we get Sun Fury Protector. Sorry, wrong one. That. Yeah, a couple differences. We'll figure that out as we're ripping around. So.
Yeah, so I mean, looks like, and then the Warrior is the Pirate Warrior, which has been very dominant right now in Wild. So it looks like Excalibrine brought a pretty aggressive list. He's got the Odd Warrior, the Odd Warrior. Well, I guess not so much aggressive, but it is with patches and so many good pirates over in Wild. Just being able to complete that quest super quickly and efficiently. And then you got your Even Paladin, which is just going to be able to create a lot of dudes a lot of the time, land a lot of buffs, and try and go as wide as you possibly can with them. Whereas Slate, looking to more buy some time, looking to go a little bit slower, a little more combo with the Rogue. Warlock is just going to, try to survive, try and keep the early onslaught from Excalibrine to a minimum. And then, the Mage it's going to be a difficult one as well because there's a lot of aggression coming up from Excalibrine. So this Mage might struggle. I mean, there are 2 ice blocks. You can't ever count ice blocks out. Yep. There's a Dawn Grass. So there's a lot of stall in the deck, but it's going to be a difficult one for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out. So I'm just telling the players they can start. So for our viewers, we're going to have Excalibrine on the bottom of your screen, which is going to be first to spectate, with Slate being at the top of the screen. Ripping the players to say, giver, good luck, have fun.
Always nice to see. So yeah, Excalibrine is going to be looking to come up pretty strong here. Quake Lord actually took a 3-1 victory over Tom Carter already earlier in the week. So Pog Merchants are already down a little bit, but down but not out by any means. Still 4 games to go. So definitely looking to steal back a little bit of that momentum early on in the week.
All right. So the both entering the ring as it is.
Yeah, we are in. So we are going to see the Warrior coming out for Excalibrine, and we're going to see the Ignite Mage for Slate. So patches drawn in hand, never want to see that. So luckily toss it back. But Baku is probably the second worst one you could get in the hand for Excalibrine here. And a Brawl, really not going to be doing a whole lot this matchup.
All right, trying to get the correct classes on screen here for our viewers. Here we go. Okay, so this is your classic conquest format there. So if one player wins with the deck, then they can't use it again, and got to march on with the remaining best of 5.
Yep, and out comes Patches and down goes Patches. Just as easy as he came. Cargo Guard off the top is a great draw. Just continually to press the button on the quest. But Excalibrine is also just going to gain a ton of armor and hopefully be able to get out of range of Slate's possible turn that they choose to go off.
Yep.
Standby, you're going to draw the Sanctum Chandler, the one elemental run in the deck. Pretty much looking to assemble all that combo while staying alive. Still already there's 14 armor. Gonna go up to 17. Okay, we're gonna swing first, but 3 from the cargo guard, and then just hero power is gonna give us 7 this turn.
And then another 3 to say what's up. I got 45. You got 24.
Yeah, I mean, can't go unchecked too much. This is going to more than likely draw us a Sorcerer Printer. So, I mean, Slate's finding the card draw, finding everything that they need to do. Ooh, Stonewall is nice. Going to get a little card draw, finish off the quest. Oh, and finish last turn, sorry.
Yeah, which will bring out Rukara.
So, one more away. So, second cargo guard picked up, can finish it next turn. I mean, Slate's just kind of draw everything that they possibly can, right? Like, this is going to get second apprentice. Oh, no, second apprentice already in hand, so actually just going to draw the Frostweave. All right. Game card coming down. Hoping to possibly draw, I guess, maybe a different pirate wants to save the cargo bot. Raider is very nice, but I guess you can play them both this turn. Play them both. Next turn, you can almost essentially finish the quest and play Rukara. You know, you just need anything that's less than 3 coming out of a pirate. Let's see what this Raider gets them. And no, okay. Circles of Amalgam's not going to get there.
Just need one more pirate now. Imagine if you stalled out, but he...
Ooh. Burns an evocation, so we're just going to stall here with Dawngrass, possibly. Alright, so it gets the hot streak. Here's the Varden to stall out the game.
Yep.
That is not a pirate. Ankar could draw us a pirate. What's it going to get us? Is it playable? Yes, it is. Very playable.
That triggers, and Rukara comes out.
Yeah.
That'd be upsetting if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just enough spaces. I know. I did the exact same thing. I was like, oh no. You know, Excalibur is sitting at a casual 52 health at the moment.
Yeah.
But Slate has time, right? It has 14 health. Still has the first ice block. Once it gets popped, has a second ice block.
Looking for candle?
All right.
I think this is the turn.
This is the pop-off turn. I'm going to be completely honest with our viewers out there. We haven't, I haven't seen how this works, but
so it's gonna be basically as the fire spells are cast, it's gonna constantly draw ignites. So as ignites get shuffled back into it, it's I guess you could say it's a way better draw engine than current standard.
Gotcha.
Because literally all of these spells are completely free. These reflections are gonna create more, so you're double drawing your cards now. So at this rate, it's just gonna be if Slate can actually clear up the board and draw through the deck fast enough. You know, 6 cards left in the deck.
I was going to say, is it turning into standards Garrote Rogue? Just you got to go fast with APM?
Yeah, this is Garrote Road, I think, on steroids. The animations in this are killer. Yeah. So, you know, Slate definitely has to be aware, and I just don't know if it's going to be. I think the animations might be just a little bit too much here.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll have to see.
There's so
We're starting to go face.
Thought they get rid of the 2/4s as well since they generate armor, but
yeah, I mean, if you're going off this turn and not killing them, I think you have to. So ignite, yeah, gonna deal 4 damage. I think that first ignite that went face didn't deal 4 damage is the whole point.
Gotcha.
So now, you know, these are 5, 6, 7. Each time they're shuffled in, they're literally just free damage. It's just gonna come down to if Slate actually got it off, right?
Yeah.
if they were able to pilot it correctly and safely enough. But I mean, at this rate, it does look like the mage is going to get through here. We're just going to have to wait for some of these animations to run out, unfortunately.
I'm just looking at Slate's...
Still nosing around, though, so possibly didn't get there? I don't know.
I'm just looking at Slate's, like, we have a player cam and doesn't show indication where he didn't get it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like you'd see some pretty...
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So did not get it, but...
Bear off?
Yeah, I mean... Barov, and then... Oh, yeah, this is the issue, too, right? You don't have a lot of time once there's animations. It's now running into your opponent's turn. What survives is just... Okay, so... Wow, very, very lucky there. I still think it's pretty much all but over. These ignites are doing 7 to 15. And the key is that you always draw a spell off of these,
Right.
Chandler. So literally the only things left in the deck are these ignites. That's going to be 9, and then 10, and then...
Gotcha.
I don't think, yeah, we're still short, but at this rate... That's a 2-mana Pyroblast, by the way, Saku.
2-mana Pyroblast. I like it. And a
Gorehowl. I think Bulwark would have really been what Excalibur would have loved to see here, but yeah, just no way to gain enough armor.
I'm gonna say it's a ping away, but with the armor coming in, there's no way to generate a lot of armor for yourself. So
no, not really. No, we don't run really anything outside of the armor gain of the cargo bots, and yeah, that's going to be first game going towards Slate, and that mage is getting through.
there's my first experience.
That is, yeah, a little bit of craziness coming out there. You know, the APM definitely has to be a lot higher up for the wild players. I mean, the animations are killer. I know there's a bit of a issue with, you know, sometimes you can see, you know, it ran into Excalibrine's turn there, so it kind of makes your turn a little bit faster as well. Yeah. So you have to, not only do you have to sit there and watch them play all their turns, and then you don't get to play your turn very fast as well, or you have to play it fast. So
you got to make decisions real quick of how you're going to play it, and pray you get enough time. Oops.
Exactly. Well, Excalibrine's going to bring those warrior back out as they can, but Slate is going to bring out the OTK Pillager Rogue here.
Yeah. That should be pretty cool to see, too.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing right now is that Excalibrine does have, you know, 3 very clean ways of dealing with or completing the first step. But Slate actually has the Cloak of Shadows, which I think is going to be very key in this matchup to buy a little bit of time.
And I think what slowed Excalibrine's last game was just not drawing that final pirate to kind of get a nice groove on. So
yeah, I think, I mean, even in that matchup, I don't think there's a ton Excalibrine can do other than just try to go as fast as you possibly can. And honestly did a very good job at it. Had a ton of armor, had the pressure, but Slate was just able to really find all of the draw and
key pieces, right? Yep.
Yeah, just drew the key pieces specifically. You know, that's why those are in there. The Sandbinder, they're tutored in there specifically to find those cards, and just so you can go on those, you know, pop off turns and then pretty much finish the game from that position. Because with ice blocks, you're essentially safe for at least 2 turns with 2 ice blocks.
Yep. Well, at least one good thing we don't have to worry about is the pack mules. So.
Yeah, I was just saying that though. Now I don't see things happening. Do you see things happening?
Neither do I. So
okay.
Patches. I wonder if the patches thing is
patches.
Still... Okay, coming back to
All right. You are a person that is smart. That is definitely what happened there. So we will be momentarily back. I am jumping right back in
Me
here.
too. So we're
Yeah, so that's exactly what it was. Patches did break the spectator. All right, so this is full quest completion.
Yep.
That's insane. Like
On turn
it's
4.
just-
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
it's
guys.
full quest completion. Wow. Picking up the pillager or the plunderer there was actually very interesting. I wonder if Excalibrine will complete it this turn. Wow, another plunderer.
Skipper will give
I
you the
wonder
final
if-
rewards, and then you're on turn 5. So it's but you
Yeah, I
gotta
wonder if you just go Wise Plunderer though, just to try down on the amount of minions you have on the board.
Yep.
Yeah. But Rakara is in hand, more than likely going to come down next turn. Still facing 10, so, I mean, Slate's not scot-free this turn.
Kind of a weird spot that Excalibrine's in right now.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Like, well, sorry, with more people on Slate's side now, it's not that big of a deal. So.
Yeah, so going to be able to trade and then get this Rokara down and push, a decent amount to face, push 8 to face, and even through, Cloak of Shadows, the Juggernaut is going to be dealing 2 damage or 4 damage to random enemies a turn, right? So you got to keep a reminder of that. Actually, trades all of it in just to play around any, I guess, shadow stat nonsense, but
Yep.
All right, so over to Slate. So, as we said, Cloak of Shadows in hand, but that's just going to be 4 right to the dome.
Yep.
Unless you see, the Mailbox Dancer or something come down with it to try and absorb a little bit of that damage. But there's got to be a point in time where Juggernaut's just actually going to be lethal over 2 turns here. Yeah, that's going to be 10 cards in hand. Going to dump a backstab into one of these.
See what pops out.
All right, well, that's lucky we can't get because we can't do anything, but we're just going to hero power pass. And I mean, Juggernaut kills next turn unless the minions come down. If this is the turn that Slice's going to go off on, but I just don't think it's really going to be counterfeit coins. We're going to see scabs.
Foxy.
I don't think.
Nope.
I don't think we have enough mana for this because Foxy's going to go 2, Scabs goes to 2.
Oh, it's double.
Oh,
right?
they
'Cause
double,
yeah,
right?
'cause of the
Spirit of the
shark.
Sharks double, so that's actually 0. So this could be. I don't know. There's the timing though. This is a lot of thinking, and I feel like there's too many cards that need to be played.
Baby shark do.
Yeah, exactly.
shut
So
up.
here comes Scabs. These are gonna cost 0, and now we're gonna potion. Man, maybe he.
Ooh,
It looks like he
16.
did do it too. That's
Oh
that's
my-
16-16. That's even overkill, to be completely fair. Wow. Oh, board space?
8.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Turn 6.
Oh my
Apologies for people at home who are wild fanatics, because Saku and I are struggling here to come to
Yeah.
grasp of the power of some of these decks. But Slate, I mean, is up 2-0 on some stuff that Saku and I are not even seeing at the moment. So,
So forgive us.
yes,
Beast did say that he was going to step in, but I forgot to message him. Sorry, buddy. So we're all good.
That's okay. So,
We got we got Memnark in chat helping.
yeah, in 15 minutes when you all hear this, accept our apologies and are baffled. Oh my goodness, he's dead.
I can just hear him in there because he helped cast last week. Yeah, he's dead. Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Learning to read back.
So you know what? I got an automatic here. So we'll just say they're dead on turn 4.
All right, you know what? I like it. It's a 50-50, right? They're either alive or dead at that point.
Yep.
So I don't hate it. Excalibrine is going to bring back the warrior. I don't hate it. I mean, it's going to get a win at some point. So just, at this rate, it's probably the better matchup tier 2. But there is a lot of board clear on the side for the Warlock and Soul Rend. Actually, Soul Rend, you do have the Defiles. Dark Bombs are decent, so we'll have to see. Excalibrine has had some pretty good draws. Was just one turn from having the rogue game there, right?
Yep.
Pretty much went as absolutely fast as possible too. Getting some extra pirates and playable pirates off of the Sky Raider. So hopefully the same can happen in this matchup. Ooh, but I mean, as it goes, there's an Antherodon, an Atheron, sorry, and a Mountain Giant, Days of Old, sitting in the hand here, and Slates just keep gonna tap it on one, and oh no, a pack mule bug, Saku. You asked for it, and it came.
And it came there. Hey, Mr. Pack Mule. So.
All right, so Barov coming down just to put a little bit of fight back onto this board, but I feel like this is just a pretty standard Mountain Giant turn at this rate. I mean, you could Gold Charge doesn't seem good. I mean, Mountain Giant just seems the best. You just see how the Barov have to come down here. Ooh. Really? Okay, just to protect. I don't mind that, but I feel like we could have made him have to respect it.
Someone's got to lead the charge.
Fly, Polly.
All right, Rusty Hook is on. Tank up, coming through. I don't know. That's an 8/8.
That's an
There's
8/8.
a dirty rat.
Yep.
Goldshy is going to be able to clear off this board a little bit. I just feel like it's going to get out of control before Excalibrine's really going to have an opportunity to play. There's another giant. Excalibrine being very nice and not playing the bugged copy. Or Slate, sorry, not Excalibrine. Tip the hat to you there.
So we'll see what happens.
So the quest completion, or we can hero power flurry, but that just doesn't seem.
A lot of power.
This 8, this 8's still gonna hit us. So being able to draw the weapon here. This is the Ankar coming out of the deck.
The 2/3 gets handled. 1/1 is doing what?
Face. There's no other reason to do anything but go face. I guess the only thing you could think is maybe Molten Giant. You don't want it to get too crazy, and then Patches is going to crash us one more time.
Hey. Oh, saw a coin come out, but now it went back in. So.
Yeah, Patches has crashed us once again. So not only do we get the Patches, we almost got the Mule, but luckily we did dodge the Mule there.
Okay, back in the game. Hi, Patches. Here it is, Wind Fury. So for
trying to get back in here.
So we got Wind Fury. The Battle Master came down with the giant smashing face twice and the null going face twice.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel like that's supposed to go. You know, this is. I mean, as these molten as Sorry, as Excalibur hits Slate in the face,
Oh.
finally going to be able to deal with the board, but we just lost all of the armor we had gained, and now we're able to play a Molten Giant. Wonder. I mean, there's still both Spice Bread Breakers are in the hand, for a great heal, just to solidify the board. Second Molten Giant's drawn. Doesn't want a Spice Bed because it wants to be able to play the Molten Giant, so maybe forgot that the armor vendor with the tap actually doesn't. Oh, and with the bug crash and getting back in, the mule has fixed itself. So we have dodged yet another. Fantastic. I feel like this has to be another Reckless Flurry.
Yeah, I don't think he has a choice right now. So
Yeah. Like, threatening second Battle Master just means that, that was 8 damage right there.
Yep. So staving
All right.
Molten Giant comes down. What else? Nothing. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Looking for a bear off.
there's no way to draw it at this rate.
Yeah.
You can complete the second part of the quest and armor up technically out of zone. There's no direct damage. Well, there's dark bombs in the deck, so dark bomb would be lethal at this rate. None in hand at the moment though for Slate. Going for a 50-50.
And
wins. Skipper always wins.
Oh, and there's a raised dead. Oh,
yeah, so we're gonna probably pact and then raise dead because essentially whatever comes out of this raise dead is I would assume free.
Maybe hoping for a battle master.
A battle master, probably the Giants if any rate. Yeah, the Null's not awful. Sun Fury is okay, but it's definitely not what you wanted to see with having Antheron, Battle Masters, and other Giants in the deck or in the pool.
The dead pool.
The dead pool.
Okay.
Anti-hero himself. Well, that is 14 damage. We can gain 14 armor, or go to 14 with the armor gain. Outside of these ship blasts clearing off the knoll.
What's Ankar bringing out?
Ankar brings you a free, but you can't play really anything off Ankar that's going to save you in this situation. You just have to hope and pray that these. No, and that's not going to do it.
Yeah, not enough mana to add another.
Yeah, still wouldn't get us quite there. We'd still be 2 damage short. Ankar draws, but that's 14 on and 14 down, so.
First mate played.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Mule again. Hi, Mule. And that is lethal. I spotted the lethal. Gordon,
You spotted it.
I did. Yep.
Not turn 4.
Oh, it was turn 9 this time. Well, congratulations to Slate. Doing the clean sweep there for Excalibur. There's a lot of stuff I need to learn for Wild. It more better next time. So,
Yeah. Wild is
Wild.
Something I am not very tenured with, as it would be. A lot of the decks, a lot of the cards. I know the cards, I just don't know how they interact with each other. As I don't really dabble with too much wild as it is, but those decks are pretty crazy if you're a fan of combo right
Oh
now.
yeah.
Pretty insane to see, even the rogue turn. I think the rogue one really blew my mind
It did.
with Slate seeing that. So
We got Slate coming in here. All right, here's the winner of the wild match we had. Slate, how you doing, Slate?
Wow, doing all right. Doing all right after that.
You
That was
made through it. You
cracking.
you made it through.
Yeah.
So
Oof.
step us through your mage match and your rogue match, because Cord and I are still kind of educating ourselves with the wild scene itself. So the mage we kind of got, the rogue one was actually very surprising and interesting for us. So if you want to help us with that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So the rogue combo focuses on playing a whole bunch of cards and then spectral pillager. With the shark down, the battle cry goes off twice, and the more cards you play, the more damage you do. It's a pretty complicated deck, as you probably saw in
Yep.
that game. A lot of the time the lines aren't easy, and I'm still learning it myself. But it's a lot of fun. It's quite rewarding because there's so many different ways that you can combo off. But the main way is to play the shark, play mailbox dancer to get 2 extra coins, so that gives you another 2 cards to play. Foxy, scabs, and then double pillager, and that will do 30 damage.
Wow.
Oh, with 1 extra card. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
yeah,
Go ahead, Gordon.
I was gonna say it was impressive. We were looking down at Excalibur the whole time, saying, "Well, Juggernaut's gonna throw 4 to face, and that's kind of it." And then, yeah, you definitely saw it and just went completely off. It was insane. It's always cool to see like the interaction between Shark, probably a card that wasn't the best coming out of standard, but going into wild and finding such a cool niche, great deck like that. It was
Yeah.
definitely an amazing thing to see.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool deck. And it's only come together like fairly recently to be this consistent. Um, when Shark was released, there was like nothing really going for it. And I feel like this deck is probably only going to get better when we see more cards released that help it out.
Were you surprised at all by the continuous pirate quest pirate from Excalibur, or does that pretty much show what you expected to see? With the power of the deck, it was hopefully going to get a win at some point.
Yeah, well, I think it had a decent chance of beating the even lock. So I understand him bringing it at the end. I would have thought maybe bringing the rogue first in that last match, because I think the rogue might have been better suited. Um, but no, the odd pirate warrior is a very good deck. I just happened to bring decks that dealt with it, and it was pretty unlucky in that last match that he didn't get the right answers in time for the early big minions that I put down.
Yeah, it was the forced to use a bear off pretty early on, and then just taking
Yeah,
awkward trades with the reckless flurries, and
yeah.
really just ripping off all the armor gain that they had going for them at that sense, and yeah, tons of threats coming out of the Warlock.
Yeah, so pretty unlucky for him. I was expecting it to be a bit close than that. I was hoping to verse the even paladin, because I think he's like the only one or one of a few people bringing it, and he brings it every week and seems to get results. So it would have been
Oh,
fun to verse that.
interesting that they didn't bring it out then, but yeah, no. It looks like a few people are bringing the Paladin. I don't know if it's the even. About 5 people brought Paladin this week. But yeah, no, a lot of odd Paladins, as it would be. I
Yeah,
believe is the more popular version of that
yeah,
death out there. But with that win, I mean, you kind of catapult your guys forward, the Aussie Pain Merchants, a little bit forward and making that gap between everyone's a winner and yourself coming into playoffs. So that's got to definitely keep you excited, keep you guys happy coming in.
yeah, definitely. We've been pretty happy with the results this season. We sort of just made this team at the start of the season and expect to do like reasonably well, but not sitting at the top above teams like everyone's a winner. So it's been a good season.
No, the whole team really performing very well, and getting off to a very good start, and continuing that drive into the last couple of weeks here. So it's great to see. Sometimes you get a little nervous, a little shaky at the end, but you guys seem to be pretty strong and just striving.
Yeah.
Any final words to your team or to the opponents? You want to flex on anybody?
No flexing.
I'm
No flexing.
joking. Yeah.
But I wish both the remaining players best of luck this week. They've got a bit of a hard challenge to try and beat us this week, given that we're now up 2 wins to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck to them, and good luck to our guys.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for being on stream, Slate, and appreciate.
Thanks for having me on.
Got it, and thanks for educating us on how that road deck works. I'm gonna have to get myself in Wild to try it at least a couple times.
If you want to see more of it,
yeah.
My teammate Maxibon sometimes streams it, and I think he played it to rank 1 legend.
There you go.
Last night. So
okay,
he's very good at it.
All right, so there you go, folks. Tune in to Maxibon on whenever you see them live on Twitch. So. All right, thanks, Sleep. Enjoy your evening or day. Actually, I should say you're in Australia.
Yeah, it's
8:30 in the morning or close to
9:30.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna probably make some breakfast now.
There you go.
Take care.
See you guys.
See you now. That was amazing. Okay. So now that brings us to our next match, which was already on the screen there for folks.
Yeah, so we're taking a jump. We're away from Wild at this point in time in our journey, and we're heading back into Standard. Still Conquest, just going to come into Legacy here. We've got Team Justin versus F2L White, 2 teams that are definitely fighting for playoff contention right now. So these points are going to matter immensely. With Team Justin actually taking 2 of the victories so far, a 3-0 Wild Rose over Rebomb and a 3-2 Pokemon 661 over Slade. So
wow.
Yeah, pretty strong showings from those 2. But we've got the top seeds coming in. We've got Captain Justin himself and Vino Spumoni coming in. Pretty similar scores, a 5-2 and a 4-3.
Yeah.
Legacy is obviously closed decklist, so we can't really go over and through them as seamlessly as we did with Wild. But Saku, we're seeing Warlock again.
Yeah, I was just about to comment that is Warlock's kind of at least between the 2 teams, there's 3 Warlocks that were brought, and I'm kind of curious to see if they've added their own little spice to it, or they kind of kept with the same meta-ish. So, be curious to see.
Yeah, I know there was for the very early on when Warlock got nerfed and people were kind of like, oh, it's dead, it's gone. There was a Zoo Warlock that was really popular for the time being. That was more of just a hyper aggro, get the Tamsin on the board. But Handlock, as we see over in GM right now, is still just a very good deck. It's just more difficult to play.
Yeah.
You just, have to really utilize your health total a little bit more because you're dealing, more damage to yourself per your, 8 and 8 rather than 6 and 7 at this point in time. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm just sorry, just got a little bit sidetracked there. Just trying to get to Justin, see where Justin and Vino Spumoni are.
No worries. Yeah, we are a little bit ahead of schedule with that fast, wild action that we had there.
The craziness, yep. So it's trying to line up, see if the other players are ready to go. And yeah, they haven't answered just yet. So
all right, so no problem. But yeah, so let's take a look at the standings. I guess you won't be able to see, but I can run through. Team Justin with the 2 victories so far have actually tied and eclipsed Seek Guidance because of the better team record on the season. And the F2L White is sitting right down there, 2 points away from the cooler right now, and 7 points out of the spot for Bluefish. So it's still anyone's game, but right under F2L, Chaos Theory is barking on their heels, right? Just knocking at the door.
Right. So we got Chaos Theory knocking at the door. We got trying to look at who else is in contention there? Team Justin obviously 5-2, and you get Cooler. The Coolers at 3-1. So
it's essentially it's sad to say, I know, but you can eliminate STDs, the standard THL degenerates, and runners up last season, scrubs washed up. Let me tell you. And then you can essentially eliminate the stubs as well from contention in red.
Yeah.
Take those two teams away, and every single team still has a great opportunity at making playoffs because it's top four,
right? So
that are going to make it.
So this match here could determine where F2L White.
There's
fields. So
there's so much on the line. F2L White needs to play well because they need to gain on the cooler, but they also need to lengthen the gap between them and Chaos Theory, and Chaos Theory needs them to lose so they can do better. It's just like it's a lot. And actually, strangely enough, we were just talking about standard THL degenerates and Destubs are actually playing each other this week.
Oh, really?
So nobody is I'm going to use this very loosely, but it's also my team. No one gets an easy week, as it may, you know what I mean? No week is easy, but having a struggling season is definitely detrimental, and it's tough to find wins when you're already having a harder season. So all of these teams were really playing each other, or playing teams that are just dying for points right now. So
and I just actually looking at the STDs actually having the hardest strength of schedule, I guess. So,
let's point that out.
Yeah.
Let's point that out for all of Legacy.
It explains things, dude. It just helps our viewers out there understand it was a tough group in the conference, so it's hard. Seasons are hard.
I think it's a difficult conference. I mean, it's one of the closer ones. Gold is still pretty, gold and silver are essentially look very, very similar.
Yeah.
Whereas it's, outside of that fourth spot, your fifth slot has the opportunity to make it. You can't count Hot Zilfs or Amberflight Gaming out in silver right now. Amberflight is very, very, they're kind of on that cusp. They do have the 94 points looking for, they are down by who?
Thanks, Neji Boston.
Yeah. So you can't count anybody out at the moment, but it does look very tight there. But I mean, Redfish is, as we were talking about, is pretty much eliminated at this rate. And Serenite Pang Gang is same boat, is pretty much eliminated at this rate.
Yep. So those teams are just trying to interrupt or at least block some points as best they can, try and get as many points as they can, take away from the other team. Deal. So
got to play spoiler, man. If you're not going to make it yourself, you got to play spoiler. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, that definitely happens a lot more than people think. So
Justin, get back to you.
He did. He just needed a few more minutes. I guess doing a couple things. They don't have cams up yet, but we're hoping to.
No problem.
Get them on stream. Vino's ready to go, so they'll do bans, and once they do that, then we'll share with the rest of the group. So
I mean, even looking into next week, you've got Bluefish coming into F2L White, which is so tough for F2L and Bluefish to be fighting each other. Team Justin is actually going to get standard THL degenerates next week. So again, not saying easy, because that's my team. I can kind of say it. We're definitely on an uphill battle coming through that side. It's going to be a more difficult one. So I guess you could say Team Justin has a little bit of an easier finish coming into the end of the season here.
Yeah, it's you still got to keep your focus even if you are the top team, obviously. Because
Oh yeah,
you let it slip, then you got other teams leapfrogging over top of you. Then you're cursing and swearing and adding another few more words to the English dictionary.
yeah.
So,
I mean, we also see Seek Guidance has
yes.
the 8 points over the Cooler as well. So you got to keep that in mind that the Cooler isn't really going to be having a massive 20-point week and like surprising anyone. You know, Bluefish can probably feel a little bit safer, and Team Justin and Seek Guidance can definitely feel a little bit safer seeing the earlier scores from a lot of those games right now.
Right. All right. So I see Justin's online right now, and was on cams, but cams is not. Oh, Vino doesn't have your.
I realized that. I thought I had Vino. Apparently, I do not. Vino now has me.
Okay. Justin just joined cams now, so please. And cams for some reason. Okay. So apparently I can't change Justin's name.
Well, that's fine. Everyone knows who Justin is at this rate.
Oh, we got Vino joining. All right, so I'm just gonna let the players let them do the bands thing and then see what happens.
Yeah, well, let's take a couple of minutes to see them ban here. Closed deck list, so we don't know really what's going to be seen here. Basaku, any guesses before we see the bans coming through?
Bam-a-lam bands will be. Find the players again. There we are. Gosh, you know what? It could be. I think Warlocks are there for a reason. So I could see Warlock being banned for both. I could see Justin's Druid actually being banned, and maybe Demon Hunter, but that would be a good guess.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Warlock go if Justin bans it, especially if he's playing more of a, aggro druid, things of that sense. No mage on the side from Vino, so
Yep.
Anaconda druid gets a little bit worse, especially when you see the hunter on the other side. You always have to respect what that is.
Yep.
I do expect to see a rogue man more than likely coming out of Vino, just because the sounds like he wants to kind of go slower. If with the hunter, if it's a quest hunter, or seeing the demon hunter could be death rattle or something. Death rattle isn't the worst because it can pressure, but rogue can definitely just be super annoying.
Okay, I do have bands in now. So
Let's do it.
So you are correct on the bands. So we got Justin, always Justin Times Rogues band. So that leaves up his Druid, Warlock, and Warrior, where Vino Spumoni's lineup is going to be Demon Hunter, Hunter, and Rogue with the Warlock band. So
it makes sense, and it kind of telegraphs once you see bands. It kind of telegraphs what you want to go. So I think Justin is got a little bit more of an aggressive build here with the aggro druid. More than likely, still just Garrote Rogue. I don't think Quest Rogue into this particular lineup is great. And then, but we won't even see it. It doesn't matter. And then, could be that Zoo Lock that we talked about a little bit earlier on, which Handlock has a pretty decent way of dealing with it.
Exactly. Okay, just gave the players the go ahead. So
apparently, I don't have.
Oh, Vino Spumoni is going to be the first to spectate with always just in time at the top.
I'm just waiting. Apparently, I did not have Justin either.
Goodness. Okay. Justin is a freshly ranked bronze 10 right now.
Yes, lots of low ranks at this early stage of the game. I was watching few people early on there do a little bit of early on grinding, and I saw Clark Hellscream actually got number 5 legend early on in the morning time. So that's pretty cool. I've seen Yadster actually, fellow THLer, got rank 1 with I believe it was Wild 9 or Donkey. Sorry, it was Donkey who was the final boss to get rank 1 legend. So that's something you can hold on to for the rest of his young life.
That's right. So he beat up an animal. Nice guy.
He beat up an animal for rank 1. All right, we're not going to see too many animals here, and it is the Anaconda, looks like, from Just in Time. And Venus Pamuni is playing the Quest OTK version of this Demon Hunter deck.
Okay, just gotta get the cams aligned up here. So we have Justin good to go. Venus Pamuni is ready to rumble as well on your screen. So
yeah, just getting through the mulligan phase here. Justin's really trying to decide what he wants to keep. This is a very, very interesting match. Really, because Vina's going to be discounting his deck and just kind of sitting back. They're both just going to be drawing through a lot of cards in this instance. You're not going to see a whole lot. Justin obviously digging for his removal.
Yep.
But Vino is strategically keeping the I-beams, but is going to find out very soon that not a keep that he had to make.
because this is closed deck list there for our viewers out there, so they only find out after a few cards are on the board.
Yeah, I mean, even with the and with the Warlock ban from Justin, I was definitely thinking aggressive Druid.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing a nature study, Vino's pretty much already going to say, "All right, I get it." I wonder if he coins out the sigil. He definitely does not need to. No.
Nope.
Okay. Spectral Sight on the far left is beautiful, getting it from the mulligan. So Vino can definitely take his time. Justin going to start drawing. Guess the weight. You probably go more. It's kind of unfortunate because you would love to get the overgrowth, but unfortunately you cannot. So you go more simply because if you hit Anaconda, if you hit Claw Machine, anything like of that sort. And it was less or the same. We're going to see what it was. Actually, that's going to reshift. So, okay. So it was a Germination that he hit the post on, as you would.
Okay.
Just going to let the turn rope out.
Unless Justin, unless Justin timed out, one of the two.
Possibly.
His
never
video
know.
feed's still up and these eyeballs are moving, so I think that's okay.
All right, so Sigil of going to come down here. Again, these turns are going to be pretty standard. It's going to be interesting to see because once this alignment comes down, technically you're favored into it, but if Vino plays his cards right, there is no skulls, I don't believe.
Okay.
In the deck because drawing 3 is less optimal than 6 mana draw 2 and still discount them anyway.
Very true.
Really the only ones Demon Hunter deck still playing Skull, Demon Hunter or Death Rattle Demon Hunter and the Fell DH version. So strangely enough, Saku, did you ever think there would be a year of Hearthstone where Skull was not the best card?
No, and it's based off of some of the commentary that's been on the GMs. That's like, oh, they got Skull. Okay, that costs way too much.
Exactly. 6 mana. Who has 6 mana nowadays? Wow, that is an amazing draw. Finds the sigil. I mean, can't. I know you want to play it, but it's kind of useless to play it now. Actually, Draw 2, draw 3. No, that doesn't do enough. It's only 4 cards from both the Spectral and the Acrobatics. Ow, my knee. I hit it. That hurt.
Corner of desk plus knee equals pain.
Oh, gonna go for it. I just like holding it. I don't think there's a need to
Nope.
to pull it at this point.
Oh, gets
Yeah.
Illy dilly.
Yeah, but no discount's gonna be coming out for this Il'gynoth here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really probably looking for a glide. I mean, that's really, I think, what Vino is going to need.
Yeah. Yep.
Is just going to be able to glide, especially when he thinks Justin has the combo in hand. So there's Claw Machine.
Claw Machine. That's interesting add-on to a...
Yeah, it's very popular by the GM list, but it just tutors out your Anaconda, so you're not throwing it away with Fungal Fortunes, and you can specifically pull just that out of the deck. So getting it in hand here is pretty good, but I mean, Vino's not going to be playing to kill that, so wouldn't be surprised to see Justin play it and then actually like Lunar the Claw Machine just to get Anaconda out of the deck.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't hate.
Keep finding. Yeah, shuffle in. Keep trying to find that glide. I think.
Pleasure doing business.
I'm not saying it's priority, but it's.
Yeah, if it's even in, I mean, I expect it to be. So, unfortunately, Acrobatics was broken. So again, I mean, if you could dump an Immo Aura here if you're really nervous. You could even throw this 2-mana Moark on, just because you more than likely have Philosophies or something in the deck to copy the cheaper one.
A silent immolation aura, at least on my side.
Yeah, no, silent for me as well. So, sound deadening immolation aura. So we are going to see the Celestial.
Yep.
So this is important that Justin held it for this long too. I mean, couldn't have really played it earlier, but now this hand doesn't get okay.
There's a glide. But do you use it?
So if you glide, you actually lose the discounts on everything. It's an interesting way. So all of this stuff goes back to the normal mana, including Justin's hand. What will get shuffled back in. So is it worth it? I mean, it completes your quest.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And then everything in your deck costs 1. You cannot play Kurtrus, though. You are 4 turns away from playing Kurtrus.
So it's not even worth completing the quest, obviously, because of Illy coming down.
I honestly, I love it. It seems weird, but just firing this Il'gynoth out because... Justin's thinking, what do I lose to? If he has the Claw Machine, he probably has the Anaconda. Because, why do you pull the trigger? But Il'gynoth's going to come down. The Claw Machine is in hand for Justin. He's overloaded, though, unfortunately.
So it's an easy pass. And this Tusk, this could be a good, decent turn for Spumoni as well.
So he's got 8... I-beams do 12 or 6. So he's got 14. If he wants to play a Moarg with the I-beams and I-beams a Moarg.
I will find a way.
It's very similar to why... Oh, okay. We're getting a bit closer. I'm gonna just play this Guild Trader, make it a little bit more awkward. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. Because if Justin doesn't gain a ton of armor and also remove this board, we've got lethal next turn.
Yeah.
We do have the 36 damage in hand required for it. All right, Nature Study is a great pickup. I don't think we care about any of these cards at the moment. Nourish is really what we're going to be seeing played here. But we don't have any additional card draw outside of the Claw Machine.
Yep. Nourish just means you're giving up your turn.
Nourish, you can gain the mana, but yeah, you're right. If you gain the mana, you go up to... Yeah, Claw Machine pulls the Anaconda, but if we nourish here, we can nourish here for actual mana and go off. But maybe Justin wants to take it a little slower, so he could actually do the full thing here, but he has nothing really in hand to accomplish it with. So he could have gone nourish for the mana, played the Anaconda, and then doubled all of the germinations, but there's nothing in hand to actually pop off with in that sense. So I do like holding it.
You see Venus Pomoni kind of shaking his head of what got drawn, which was the Talented Arcanist.
I mean, the OTK is just gone at this rate.
Yep.
This is kind of the unfortunate line that Venus Pomoni did take. Just seeing, that I-beams unfortunately can no longer go face just because Ilgi is gone. This is kind of going to be a battle of attrition, and I don't see how Vino does after a solar ward turn. I'm failing to see how he comes back into this one. Yeah, there's no direct damage. He's going to glide his own full hand, but it's unfortunate because the glide's stuck in the middle.
Enough time.
Yep.
Yeah, would love to glide your opponent's hand here as well. Maybe you find it on the other side. You do not. Oh, you do! Oh my goodness. Oh no, but Kurtrus blocks him.
Turns it off. I didn't see the yellow turn on for glide. It's like, okay. So
yeah.
Kurtrus turned it off.
And outside of... I mean, that's kind of a dead draw. The thing is, Justin can now use the Nourish for card draw, so there's really no world that he doesn't find everything he wants here, especially with double germination. Everything should cost 0. My goodness, actually finds some of the worst cards. No card draw other than tradable, so you have to... I think you have to try at least trading once.
Get to hear Malfurion say,
Again, just
short on that. So he's...
I mean, he can double... He can do another Best in Shell. You still have enough to, like, Glow Fly if you want to.
Time waits for no one.
Kurtrus is still one turn away. He's going to play the Best in Shell this time. I like that. The top deck Arbor is pretty much insane here. Artificer, I mean, what are we looking for? Can Illidari studies even do much? We are facing down 16 on the other side.
Glide again seems weak.
Yeah, I mean, you glide your own Kurtrus away. I mean, it feels so unfortunate trying to look for something tangible to do this turn, but Il'gynoth is gone, and there's really no other way to close this game out for Vino.
Yep.
At this rate, it's more just
going through.
Can Justin just finish? Yeah, can Justin finish the game before in at least 2 turns? The game's pretty much over. Outside of Vino doing some Arcanist, Artificer, I-beam turns, but you're not going to kill both these Anacondas.
Yeah. Vino sees the writing on the wall, and
yeah, it's kind of the risk you take on that Il'gynoth turn. I I didn't hate it, but it's also you no longer play brutes. You're no longer, um, you know, have that second win con in the Lion's Fury, or maybe Vito did have Lion's Fury in the deck, but I didn't foresee that as a tech, for an Anaconda Druid specifically.
Mm-hmm. All right, so next up, what do you think? Warrior for Justin?
He knows what I mean.
He knows
It
it's
could be.
Yeah.
It could be the Warlock as well, because you're not really pressured from the Demon Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a little bit of insight there. It's tough. It's definitely tough. I don't mind either coming out, but you might want a little bit more information to see what type of hunter deck this is, what type of road deck it is before you bring the warrior. But I mean, if it's pirate warrior, it's probably just going to come out here. I don't see a control warrior coming out blind here. I would rather see the warlock come through and try and challenge some of these other decks.
Okay. Players are. Oh, you're disconnect. Yeah. So there's a quick break for a second there for Justin. So that will get us over to the next match that's coming up, which is our Battlegrounds playoffs. So we got Concede Your Match, Crafty Monkeys, Dawn 8th, and then Risky Refresh. So tonight you'll end up seeing Riots, Damon. Sorry, I should elaborate on who's doing what. So Riots is from Risky Refresh with Damon from Crafty Monkeys. Little Ninko at who represents Concede Your Match. Steffi representing Risky Refresh. Nice Jewish Owl representing Crafty Monkeys. Myanodon, who's being subbed out for Jammies, representing Dawn 8th. And then we got Snake Fods representing Concede Your Match. And then Donde bringing up 8th position for Dawn 8th. So, match is just getting back. So Justin got back to his chair. And we're going back into the match.
All right, yeah, so we are going to see the Warlock coming out for Justin here. I like it. Like I said, it challenges the Demon Hunter to find its way. And, Antheron kept in the hand here. I would expect for Justin just to, force Vino to play a little bit more awkwardly.
Mm-hmm.
And from Vino, I would just like to see fire the quest off. Don't be scared to draw some cards, right? We really saw too many cards in the hand, and at one point Vino had to glide the entirety of his 10-card hand back in and just drew, 4 very suboptimal cards. So it's a tricky deck, that's for sure. But when it pops, man, you do 36 on turn 6 still. It hits you some fancy.
It definitely makes sense to bring it because of the overtop. You don't have to go through minions or druids or whichever. So
all right, acrobatics in hand. Double jump is not the worst in the world. Probably just gonna see. I can't imagine we don't see a quest played here from Justin.
I agree.
okay, players just going through the motions there of drawing cards, playing cards, and drawing some more cards.
Yeah, I mean, if there's 2 classes, I suppose, that want to draw cards at this point in time, it's both of these.
Yep. So, Vino Spumoni with the big injury of 1 point to Justin in times.
Yeah,
Warlock.
1 shot going to the dome. I mean, Justin's just gonna be looking for backfires, anything that can really keep going with the quest. Get the Anatheron down as fast as possible. Glide is drawn into hand, but not exactly what you want to be seeing right now. I would assume. I feel like we just want to rip this double jump sooner rather than later. Yeah,
and double jump it is.
Super rewarding.
We'll find a way.
We'll see how often Guild Trader comes out to play. So last week, the one player couldn't get rid of it. It would just
Yeah, it's something that I actually just learned that trading actually reshuffles your deck.
yes.
Yeah, just learned that. Wow, that is a great top deck as well. Um, so I always, always, always have to tell people this is why. Hit your weapon first.
Pleasure doing business.
Get the peddler out of the deck because now you have to complete quests either with hitting with peddler or trading with the second guild trader. So you've missed a discount on your peddler. If you're listening, there's very, very small times. Always pull the guaranteed card first. This has been my TED Talk. It's
Please
one of
make
those
notes, people.
things. Yeah, it's one of those things. I've played this deck so often, and getting consistent draws is just so good. And you know what you're drawing. You're getting the peddler when you break this weapon. It's always coming out. So getting the first guaranteed draw and then drawing 2 more cards that you know will be getting the discount and aren't, I guess, bad cards for the discount.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, yeah, this is what Justin wanted. He wanted pressure on the board, and
you get 26 just dangling there. It doesn't have enough mana just yet. He has the coin, so that's the incentive. So.
There is. I think we have to trade and really look for like Immolation Aura, and then slap a Talented down with the Immo Aura.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have the Immo Aura. Never mind. So we are safe. We can just play the Arcanist with the Immolation Aura. I definitely think that has to be our play this turn.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're looking at 2-turn lethal.
Yeah. You're gonna get smacked.
Maybe.
Ooh, brought it.
Yeah, trade first. Just see what you can possibly get. Guild Trader's fine. I think you're pretty linear in what you're doing in that turn anyway. So draw first, draw second. It doesn't really matter.
Yep.
So, all right.
You get accustomed.
Just a little bit more pressure. There's no raised dead on the side from Justin. So Vino, gotta write that one down and keep it in mind. There's an I-beams picked up. So
I-beams with acrobatics, maybe. Ooh,
I really
gliding.
like. Yeah, we're in an awkward position where the glides are very far out of the hand. This is going to complete quest here, I believe.
Illy?
Yeah, Ilgi loses its buff. So, oh my goodness, this is some very, very, very unfortunate draws here from Vino.
What's the terminology? It is hot garbage.
Yeah.
Quote unquote brushy. Garbage.
Yeah, Ilganov losing the buff, Moarg now being in hand.
Mm-hmm.
We're essentially just having the double tradable isn't the worst in the world either. They're going to keep whatever buffs they have, but and Kurtrus next turn with double trade won't be awful, but it's definitely not what you wanted to see right now if you're Vino Spumoni.
Now, do you do? Okay, I was just going to say, do you do the Battle Master right now and get the 12 in as soon as you can?
100%. There's no better chance you're going to have them right now. Okay.
Moarg with I-beam.
Yeah, but you can't play the Kurtrus if you do that, so...
Yeah, because Kurtrus would be...
just 1 mana shy, but you heal 6, you deal with the the technical lethal on board.
So...
he's gonna have to trade the... Oh, no, you could get Telekineticus. Trade first.
Pleasure doing business.
See, we could have cleared it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well,
we're not dead. Are we dead?
12, get 12 plus 7, or plus 5,
20.
sorry? 20.
We're at 20. Just because the 3 from the quest... Yeah, we are alive at 1.
We got 17 damage coming down the pipe.
Right. Remember, the quest completion is actually going to deal an additional 3 here.
Right.
So, yeah, we're alive at 1.
Wow. And Justin trying to find that extra 1.
I mean, Kurtrus is down for Vino, so the next draw, if it's not like we can trade away the guild trader, but he's absolutely dying for card draw in this situation. Going to be looking to obviously gain health. High beams, looking for the fell screen blasts. Hopefully to combo with the guild traders and the artificers, because we're on 1 health.
What was Justin looking for when he was doing the when he coiled his
just honestly, I believe trying to get as many cards out of hand, as well as, because he has the backfire, as well as drawing down on the amount of cards that are in his deck, because he wants to get Barons down and the Bristlebacks down for free. So that's a bad draw for Vino, and that's it.
Yep.
This has to be
Doing business.
okay. We're not dead, but we have to use both of our Moargs here, which is still fine. We can still get the combo through Arcanists and Guild Traders. It's just a lot more difficult. You double, so this is going to heal us to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Enough time.
And tanking 6. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he has to, and it's the only way that if Vino doesn't pull it here, he's unable to break the Tusk Piercer next turn if he doesn't get the card draw.
Yep.
That's just lethal. I did not realize Justin was on turn 2.
I didn't look until I saw this 2 seconds ago, so there we go. There's lethal. There we cut it, folks.
Yeah, no, it's weird because when you see the top 8, you still, I always assume he's on part number 3, but
yeah,
that was part 1. And then part 2 pops up right after that. So good eye by Justin seeing that, being able to push the actual lethal. It didn't matter really what Vino did in that position, if he hit and cleared or not.
Yeah.
Just really did not find the card draw once he finally got the Kurtrus down.
Yeah, he was definitely in trouble. So here comes Justin's warrior.
Victory or death!
Shall we dance?
Rolling into Rogue.
It is the Quest Rogue. All right, so Quest Rogue coming out for Vino here. Actually, probably going to be pretty favored, if anything, into this, because Quest Rogue is very good at dealing with the Librams and things like that.
Yeah.
It's better at Libram simply because you will lose the Librams, you'll lose the buffs, you'll lose a lot of the death rattles that you have on some of those minions.
Yep.
But everything's still replayable. So even though when there's actually this is control.
Control warrior?
This is control warrior. Yeah. No, double stage dive and a Rokara. There's no way this is big warrior.
I was even gonna say rush warrior coming back to life.
You're right. Huh.
Wow.
Look at that.
Back
What
to
year
life.
is it?
Back to reality.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, can't sing
It
words
is.
shite.
The Rush Warrior.
Rush warrior making its way back. Now we just need to see bomb warrior and we're good.
No, thank you.
That's Mako's favorite deck. Anyway,
Just one of those decks that constantly was played no matter what was happening.
yeah. Yeah, so you didn't have to worry about it. It just automatically did 5. So
Ooh, Skulker off the top is
Skulker's
definitely
great
what
on
Vino
2.
wants to see. Wow.
That was quickly
Fantastic.
played.
You got the Greyheart as well to combo with this, so Vino is still probably confused as to what he honestly thinks it's probably Big Warrior.
Yeah, that would be the assumption. Seeing, there's another one. Wow, so you get your choice here, and you don't attack with the 2/2 because you get your Greyheart Sage in hand.
Yeah.
So.
No, this is proper play here by Vino. If he expects it to be Big Warrior, he just needs to kind of go as fast as he can. Hidden Gyro Blade's very good.
I was just gonna say that's a really good weapon.
But I mean, this hand from Justin is pretty clunky right now.
Yeah.
We do have. You can go with the Playmaker into the double bumper card turn right now, but really, it's not clearing off a whole lot. And then Vino has a lot of ways to fight back into this board right now. All right, so Extortion, that's a great pickup as well. Don't have to use the Gyro Blade here and can progress the quest one more click.
Yeah. Does he value the Sage?
I think you want the Sage at this point. There's really no better time to do it. You want your SI operative to be a little bit more.
Oh my god, another Extortion.
I mean, that's just quest completion.
Yep.
One short, sorry.
Close.
At this point.
One off.
Very close. Harbor Scam. I mean, this is. You say Rush Warrior. And I'm believing you. Don't think I'm not.
How about a hybrid Rush Control Warrior with that muteness in hand? So
that's kind of what it is at this rate, right? It's a very interesting deck to say the least. Nothing but spice coming here from Justin, that's for sure. Spy Missions are not what you want to be seeing if you're Vino, but Extortion just going to deal with this Playmaker very easily. Let's see what we do get. And it's an Undercover Mole. Okay. I've actually seen moles do some pretty crazy things, winning games with battle masters on them and getting the double Wind Fury and being able to find some stuff from, not a whole lot of over the top by Warrior, but can definitely find like weapons or things like that if the mole really gets some good attacks in.
Yeah, could see Tent Trasher come down right now.
You have to.
Yeah. The other Dark Moon Riders are just sitting pretty in hand, but he can't do much with them.
Coin's gone, so I mean, Troublemaker and Alex are so far away. Harbor Scamp, I'd be interested to see what other pirates were playing, but I don't think they come out this turn. Yeah, I think your Tent Trasher is the call here.
Hitting that 2/4.
I honestly think you have to kill a 3/3. There's 13 on the other side here for Vino.
That's
true.
If
you just let that go, I mean, there's not a whole lot of direct damage. A lot of rogues are cutting the Wicked Stabs, but you never know. It still could be in there. Closed deck list.
Oh, he does value the 2/4 going stealth as a problem. Oh, and there's a good time to So you got what? 6, 12. Yep.
Yeah, that's just lethal.
Marvelous. Justin shaking his head, say, "Yep, I see you."
Armorsmith.
Marvelous.
And clears the board just for the icing on the cake.
Yep. Oh, Venus Spumoni gets Rogue to play.
Not getting swept.
Oh,
that's the biggest thing, right? That's the hardest. So, this is kind of the situation that Vino knows what Justin's deck is now. It's a kind of a hybrid warrior. So Vino has the initiative to say, do I want the DH or do I want
Hunter
to bring
comes out.
out my hunter? And I would agree with you. Yeah.
I think it's either going to be Quest Hunter. Yeah, okay.
Victory for the
All right.
Republic.
Yeah. So, I mean, oh my goodness. Luckily, Justin still has the mulligan, but wow, if that was his hand, it was.
Well, he'd lose.
There are so many. There's got to be a reason he's not playing the quest, right? We've seen
Yeah.
pretty much all the pirates in this deck right now. But Justin is choosing not to play the quest. I know I'm probably missing something, but it just seems like it's just one additional card that's an easy in, and maybe I'm overvaluing the amount of pirates that we have.
Did he double keep? No. He's still deciding. Okay. I was gonna say I can't see him keeping the 8s. Maybe the 4, but 3s just seems far off. Like because you have no weapon would be a weird. No, kept that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
Well,
a
there
lot
you
better.
go.
That's a lot better.
Way to go, and Justin agrees with a big head nod.
Job's done.
All right. Prepare yourself, folks, for respecking.
Yeah. We will be back momentarily.
We will see if Justin plays the second mule.
What now? Must choose.
Wondering if splashing down the Moarg or not. Or Gennarg, sorry. I got Moarg in my head. Pardon me.
Yeah, Gennard does come down on one. Justin's really not gonna hold back on that one.
No. All right. Yeah. Coin. Oh. Yeah, I read that card wrong. I thought it was needed a weapon, but I'm dumb. Oh.
Nope, just gives the hero the +2 buff, so can basically hit face no matter what. All right, so I mean, Vino's got a little bit of stuff to do here, a little bit of gas.
Yep. Don't necessarily need to hurry up to complete the quest because Hunter, with the amount of turns needed and damage spells, which are usually low in mana, can go up pretty quick.
Yeah, if you really hold your damage close to chest, Hunter can pretty much OTK you, depending on how much armor gain the warrior has, which I'm going to go on a limb and say there's not a whole ton in this warrior, simply for all of the interesting inclusions we've seen.
So, let's see here.
Yeah, it's an awkward turn to play the Scorpion because you know the Gennarg is popping the turn after.
Yep. And it just gets cleared.
Yeah, this is just a cleaner way to stay a little bit healthy, get turn one of part one of the quest dealt with.
And I like it better just because you can aim for the Gennarg or whatever 2-drop falls. Not to go face necessarily. So. Options.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can, this Gennarg is dealt with, and then we can Panthera behind it. All right, so Corrupted Stage Dive. It's going to pull Rokara.
All right, so now we get to respec. Don't play.
Justin makes me sad.
The other one.
Don't worry, I'm still in here.
I'm leaving.
All right, you go. All right, Bola Shot picked up in hand, though. That's pretty good to deal with this board, but we could also just play the Mana Panthera, I would expect.
There we go.
And yeah, down comes the Mana Panthera, and Professor Slate is picked up. So that with Bolo Shot is going to pretty much win back any board that Vino is going to want to take.
I want to thank Justin for messaging saying embrace chaos. So because he caught
Yeah.
that I had to respec. So
No, yeah, he did that on purpose, and you know, chaos of an agent of chaos, if you would.
Now.
okay, what comes down?
I mean,
Rokara.
yeah, she trades pretty nicely, and then you could just stage dive.
Raid
I feel
leader.
like
Raid leader and Rokara would be good too. But next turn,
Or
obviously. So
yeah, you could parade leader into the mech as well. Um, it's weird because I think Justin wants to go wide just to pressure Vino, but at the same time doesn't want to get super punished by, you know, Slate Bolo Shot.
exactly. And good spacing. Yes, you had no choice anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of all the same. I'm curious to see if we take this Bolo Shot already.
They can do Professor Slate and do the Bolo Shot and get clear the board, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
that's it.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh no, it's fine. Just bullish shot on its own is okay, but you know, the 3 health break on these minions is a bit awkward for Bolo shot solo.
Engine.
And then, but if you put Slate down, you are essentially throwing one of your best comeback mechanics into the game.
I have no time for games.
Still a mosquito
Engine.
biting me.
You have been forgiven.
Go.
So yeah, we are gonna pull the Slate Bolo shot, clear up the board, gonna get some rushers into the hands. Like I said, you're pretty much giving the Slate away as a death sentence, but we've got 0 mana quest completion coming up next turn for Vino with the piercing.
What now?
Decisions.
Yep. Stage
Just wants
dive,
to put-
see what you get from a stage dive.
What
Yeah,
now?
there is a ton for Justin to do here.
Yeah, Playmaker Rokara is not good right now, but next turn. Playmaker Mule? Or, there you go. Even better.
Make a board of riders. Fair enough.
Just
And
because.
trade them all in.
Be unsymmetrical.
All right, so piercing shot finishes the quest, 0 cost hero power. But
You got to get
they were
rid of
doing
that.
a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that 4/3. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Engine.
yeah. The problem is that if he scorpions, it's not a guarantee gone.
Yeah.
Then you have to dig for something else to do.
Yeah.
Because as you said, you definitely don't want that to pop off any more than it already has.
So hero power and piercing shot.
Yeah, I honestly don't even mind just hero power in the face. Like these are 1/1s. It doesn't. They don't scare me too much.
Yeah.
I guess Rokara is the respect for it. I don't know if we saw it last game as Vino. I don't believe so. But there's just so much of the deck that you really probably aren't aware of All right. Well, 0 mana hero power. Gnarg is not exactly what Justin wanted to see at this point in time.
Nope.
I think Rakara is as clean as ever in this situation. Gonna buff these to 2/2s. Follow up with a stage dive into pretty much whatever else you want. Or you could just go Gnarg,
Yeah.
Rokara, Mule. Just really pressure the board.
Would you stage dive first just to see what you get?
It depends on if you're going to do it or not this turn.
Okay.
If he's going to go for the Mule Gnarg, then. But if we're not playing the Gnarg here, then yeah, I definitely would have liked to see what stage I've got us.
But that's what you called it.
Yep.
Cannot stop my work.
Wide board. Hunter can't really do anything with it just yet. Oh, there's a nice thing.
Explosive trap.
Explosive trap is a automatic gimme.
Yeah, and it actually is a quest completion tick as well.
Yep. The Grand Slam would just be funny.
A little bit. It would be hilarious as a finisher. I would
Yeah.
love to see him get Dagger Grand Slammed, but yeah, Vino going to take the smart way and go for an explosive trap. I guess trying to make sure he's not dead. It's anything crazy this turn.
12 on the board.
Yeah,
Looking at
like
12, I should say.
yeah, but the great thing with this explosive trap too is you're telegraphing what it is here to Justin,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he can't do anything. As soon as your hero is going to be attacked, this is going to, clear the entire board. Rokara's buff doesn't come out till after they survive damage. Justin gonna smartly trade, but all right, what do we got?
Tent Trasher. 7/6 Tent Trasher.
Yeah, I mean it's scary.
Large and in charge, sir. Oh,
Ooh,
and
quick
here
shot.
it is. Do you just, throw down that Tent Trasher and don't attack?
I mean, yeah, it's either you attack and then or you don't. I think you need to attack regardless on any turn. Like, these things aren't going to survive.
I'd throw down the 4, yeah.
Yeah, just send it up the face. The only thing I would assume that we don't do it is because you don't get the quest completion. You don't give them the quest completion, sorry.
Right.
And Arcane Shot. Okay, so
Here is...
we can kill the Tent Trasher.
Yep. And really, and the 3/2.
And we can actually play Tavish this turn as well.
Yeah. Sorry. You're right. So, quick shot.
Ping goes to 3, then you shoot it, and then you Tavish, and then you Arcane the 3/2, Arcane Face, and then ping the 3/2.
Engine.
No, yeah, you have to shoot there. You quick shot the
Black arrow.
Tavish.
I have no time for games.
Still a clear with either way. Tavish comes down, quick shot. Unfortunately that you can't draw the card off of this quick shot, but you're not getting hit in the face.
Yeah.
And there is not a lot in Justin's hand at the moment. Troublemaker, though, is going to be pretty nice to come down next turn.
Nice uncurved Troublemaker.
I would assume that we're playing Watley in this deck as well. But considering all the different classes that we have currently out of Justin's Warrior. But yeah, Troublemaker, pretty straightforward. I think it's just going to be a race now between Justin and Dino.
Wandmaker's good here right now.
Yeah, some of those, yeah, it's a 1-mana spell. All right, so what do we have?
The
Fantastic. Okay, so we've got at least 6 damage. We've got 13 This needs to cost less than 3.
Ooh, Devouring Swarm. That's awesome.
Yeah, Swarm's great, but it would actually attack the 7/4. Would it shoot? So the 7/4 would be the first thing to attack.
Worth it.
This is going to actually get us a 1 maker back. This could be lethal if we find
Another
a playable 1-drop here.
Which we should see another arcane shot. Oh, lock and load.
That's
is
fine.
Good. Yep,
That
doesn't matter.
This should be fine. Oh, it's only 6 though, isn't it?
Yeah. Still.
That's fine. Push it to face. Put him on breakpoint.
A black arrow.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
It doesn't change. I guess it doesn't change the armor up breakpoint. So, if he armors up, you're still 2 spells away from killing him, or a spell away.
Yeah.
This way, we're actually 3 spells, so... Yeah, Justin's just going to try and make the biggest board he can. Clear off as much of this as possible.
So we got a Menagerie Warrior. We figured it out. We got a dragon, we got a mech, we got a pirate.
You've got beasts.
Ooh,
Coda Bane is dagger. That's. Actually, not going for the spicy ping man crick. Actually, could miss, I guess. There is an aim shot, so you could miss the wife.
Wow. So, now we're down to THL's famous words of...
Game 5.
Right, so we got Always Just in Time from Team Justin's Warrior going up against F2L White's Demon Hunter Vimo Spumoni represent. Okay.
I am determined
There's
to
a
win.
Samuro as well. This deck from Justin just has everything that a warrior wants to play in one deck. I think he took a third of this deck, and then a third of this deck, and then a third of this deck, and just kind of slotted them all together.
I just messaged Justin saying it's a Swiss Army Warrior.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. You've got your rush package, you've got your pirate package, Sans Quest, which still kind of confuses me. And then, I mean, I won't say a big package because Troublemaker is just good in pretty much any warrior deck, but even still has the Alex at the top from the Rush Warrior of old. So, yeah. Interesting bring by Justin here. We'll have to see if Vino can really get through it, though, because he, too, has struggled on this Demon Hunter. It has lost 2 games, so has Justin's Warrior, so we're going to see who can kind of pilot their, I guess, deck the best here.
I'm going to say the person that pilots the deck best wins. That's my prediction.
You might say that. You might be right sometime. But this is Hearthstone, Saku.
It is, yes.
And you could pilot it to perfection. You could lock your opponent out of the game entirely. But somehow, some way, that opponent will discover a way to kill you with, if that's a discovered, like, fireball, for instance, or something.
Yes.
Something insane.
Yes. Some rogue shenanigans, as we saw
Right.
with Wild. Back
Yeah.
to OTK, so... All right. Military studies done by Vino Spumoni. I don't see the choices, so it's invisible to our viewers and ends up with a glide.
Yeah, it was Crimson, Solara, and then the Glide. So we're going to complete part 1 of the quest here. Just the second Glide. It's a good pickup, the Glide, because you're going to be trading off the left side of your hand pretty
fast. Yeah.
Pretty fast, and then the acro is going to come down very quickly as well. So the Glide is more than likely going to be very playable, and yeah, there's muteness.
So we get a rust.
I just always forget that it's in the deck, man.
Mutinous, however way you pronounce it. Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Piscetti.
I would say that if of any of the quests that complete quest but don't play the reward the same turn, Demon Hunter is typically that deck, right? Because you're typically completing it on glide turns or on turns where you've cast a lot of mana to get to the reward, and then Kurtrus is not playable due to that fact. So we could see Mutinous actually play huge in this game, especially eating combo piece out of Vino.
Well, it goes back. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was going to wait for that or go for the quest, but went for it and got the discount. So Ildari studies may come down.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Can't also play this Immo Aura with it, but
I don't think he's worried at too much damage just yet. I mean, it's 5 right now. But...
I don't like the Illidari here. Look for what you want, because you could actually Guild Trader and then you can glide next turn. But then again, I think we need an I-beam here.
I don't see the choices, but we're good.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Occasional spectator glitch.
Yeah, I don't know. You are far away from this Mutinous coming down, though, so Vino's going to be able, if he would like to glide here, but I don't think we can afford to glide. Oh, that's a great draw from Justin.
Okay.
We've got the clear a few different ways. The question is, how does Vino want to clear? Does he want to go for the lifesteal, or does he just want to Immo Aura this down? The breakpoint on 4 health on this pirate is pretty annoying, actually. So I think this might actually have to be a Immolation Aura turn.
Yeah, I would agree. I was just kind of looking at the trading in the
so you can just glide your own hand. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you don't lose a whole lot here. Quest is getting completed. I-beam to the far left is fantastic, and acrobatics for the turn after Kurtrus comes down is also great. Vino is on a roll here.
Yep. Demon Hunter struggling early, but now Game 5 dictates a different story.
Yeah, so if you're Justin, you just want to put as much on the board here as humanly possible, which is probably just going to be the playmaker. And then when Kurtrus comes down, you're going to see a bunch of these Dark Moon Riders coming out as well.
Ooh.
Kurtrus. I mean,
he hasn't seen Venus Pomoni hasn't seen the Mutinous. Yeah.
No, and I mean you're at least a turn away from it because he's only on 6 mana. If you have the Spectral and the Acrobatics in hand, you need to be able to fight back for the board and actually draw your cards here. There's no better time than right now to get this Kurtrus down.
Ooh. Being scared on this 15 life left.
Oh, man. That is... Ooh. There's a few ways you could take this. I do like dumping like the I-beam. And then maybe gliding your hand. It would glide your opponents as well. Discounts you. You could also... I mean, the glide just draws you more than an acrobatics technically does. We're going to go acro. That's fine. I think there's just so much. Double jump and Il'gynoth is pretty good, but it does break it. All right, well...
What was a Fell Blast?
Oh, it's Yeah. I mean, you Fell Screen Blast kills the 3/1, and then you could double eye beams the 7/7.
I know
It's gonna kill the playmaker.
Poke the 3/1.
Yeah. All right. That's
Here
very
comes a
playable this
Mutinous.
turn.
Does Justin get the read? The Mutinous is a good card to add.
I think this is his best opportunity to play it right now, and if he plays it, he's going to be extremely rewarded. But at the same time, Sword Eater followed up by the Tent Trasher is pretty much insane in its own accord, right?
Yeah. Does Justin have the read?
It's such a weird one because Vino really hasn't drawn as many cards as expected. But yeah, bang, hits the Il'gynoth. Very nicely done. Hits it with the
excellent maneuver.
As you
Justin
do.
celebrates.
Yeah, that is that's the one you wanted. Oh wow. Right behind it. The yeah. I mean, if you're Vino, you're just
Yeah. Vino's doing what we thought Vino would do. It's just like, what can you do? Because he never saw it the whole game through, so it's
yeah.
3 matches he
And
saw. So what can you do? What to do? To do. Vino looking at
yeah.
10, 14, a 3, and a 7. So there's 27 on, or 20 on the board. Not bad. Big heal. 6.
I will
A
find
glid. A glid to glided.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the game one as again, right? It's
Yeah.
when we played the Il'gynoth.
enough time.
We just don't have a way to really win this game anymore. You're just dead on board here, other than the eye beams is going to survive or save us. Double MO. I mean, we're alive, but this is going to be a troublemaker turn here. Pretty much for Justin, and I mean, Justin's just trying to get Vino out of the game as quickly as possible. Vino's gonna glide? No, he's just gonna find it. Justin's gonna take the 3-2 victory.
All right, that brings us to the lovely interview.
Perfect time.
Okay, let me see if I can rip just in time into the spot here. I remember how to spell his name. Bam. Hello.
Hello, how's it
Winner.
going?
Of Team 5. Way to go, man.
That series was really funny all around.
It was. It was.
Quest Lifesteal Demon Hunter. I gotta start bringing that deck. It's just like such a funny deck in general.
We're waiting for Bomb Warrior to come out too, but you know.
So many unique interactions and stuff. It just made all the games so fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of unique decks, we're just gonna get right to it. Let's talk about that warrior.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Rush Warrior, it's playable. Like, he brought stuff that was good into Warrior, into the standard, like, big Warrior, Control Warrior stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll just bring Curvestone deck, hopefully win some 45 flips, and get it through, because you gotta win with every deck in Legacy. And yeah, fortunately, Fish hit, so easy.
Yeah. Now, yeah,
Shout out
we were.
to Justin for doubting the Fish tech. He just slapped it in there, took out Runeback last second. Nom nom nom.
Some good eats there, man.
Yeah, indeed. What's it? Game 3 just went a little too fast, but I just started cackling when I drew the Fish. Like, I had 4 1/1 rushers in hand. Runeback would have been so much better. I mean, I was probably going to lose the game anyways, but the Fish, he gave me hope. The triple quest deck tech, it's insane.
Yeah, it was very close there. Was there ever a thought to to running the quest in the Rush Warrior there? It seemed like you had enough pirates to get it through, or is it just a little too much for that deck?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty difficult to refine stuff like that as just an individual who doesn't want to play dozens of games of Rush Warrior, actually hundreds of games of Rush Warrior on ladder themselves, because literally no one's playing it. But I was
Yeah.
only running 6 pirates, so definitely not enough for the quest.
Okay. Seemed like you had enough pirates every game, but maybe that's just because your hand was so full most of
Nah, I
all
mean,
the time.
just scam plus freebooter plus eater, obviously 2 ofs of each. Yeah, I'm interested. I've seen some weird hybrid quest pirate warrior things recently with either control or more mid-range stuff. Again, there's like not high sample size to look at them, but there's smoke there. Maybe there's something. I'll
Yeah.
be curious if something develops.
Difficult with I guess, with the quality of pirates currently in
Yeah,
standard
yeah.
as well. Just not really the highest of standards there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, both of those decks, the Demon Hunter and the Warrior, seem to be a bit of a struggle there. Both losing two, and you finally edged it out with that big Il'gynoth. How nervous were you game one when Il'gynoth came down? Did you expect? You did have the claw machine to deal with it, but I mean, he stuck in there pretty long for that one.
Yeah, I mean, when I played the alignment, I thought it was like 95% Il'gynoth coming down dropped it to 90, but obviously I knew if you're blind of my hand and thinking, just looking from his perspective, you might think he had a chance because it stuck, but just seeing always my side of it, of the lunar plus claw machine, it was just, okay, I got play around getting glided and drawing like double Vate, double
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, just other fluff. That's the only way I lose this. So I like dumped the lunars, kept the nourish in hand, just played overgrowth and just hung out for a turn and
Yeah.
did it there.
Bit of a hiccup on the Anaconda turn as well. Just the card draw, not finding much card draw for yourself there. Just not the pop-up turn you probably wanted to see anyway.
Yeah, I messed up. I needed to best in shell, trade the 6-mana one first for solar specifically solar to try to get 3 extra on nourish, but didn't matter. It wasn't top deck, never punished, and then
Never. I mean, in that situation,
DH a lot to clear repeated boards there.
Yeah.
And he also dumped an aura early, which I was surprised about. He didn't. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that last game I was happy I won it because I don't think as DH you're supposed to keep studies plus the persistent peddler off the mulligan alongside quest and keep playing zero cost studies to end turn so that the card is never game played and isn't outcast to start the next turn. Like turn 5 quest completion reward down is pretty good, but I felt bad to lose to that. It didn't seem like he had many reps on the deck.
Yeah, it was it got a lot of unfortunate draws. I know, just not really finding the draw into draw into draw. Really, always hitting something that was a roadblock, whether it be the I beams to stop the train or an acrobatics that picked up one of the tradables, so it's pretty much unplayable. So can't chalk it all up to bad luck, but turn 5 that game and turn 5 in game 5. You definitely like to see it if you're Vino, but sometimes the fish just kind of doesn't.
Yeah, I was just trying to play as fast as possible, playing plum under pressure because he was roping out every turn to the last second. And I was happy with the conditioning plus plus playmaker line on 5, make him commit between delaying that versus to remove it versus playing the reward, and that ended up getting me there with the nice Tent Trasher pull off of Stage Dive to really be able to remove the 7/7 so cleanly with the 7/1 rush and then develop some counter pressure. And bridge to the the top end, bridge to the game-winning card. There we go, fish time.
Yeah, it just made it super awkward for him to really respond to the board in that situation. So you definitely had a good read there and was able to you were able to navigate that pretty successfully.
Yeah, that was so stressful. I was having to, because I knew when I ran fish in the deck, I had to hand track. So each of those 3 games, like I was roping out a lot of turns, just thinking about, or what on his turn when he was roping out, just thinking about, okay, conditional reads, what could he have in hand? And this is probably never going to be useful, but hey, if I ever play fish, this will be. And then the one time I did, and it was.
Yeah, he got it. The stranded Il'gynoth in hand.
But yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised at how he managed game 4 quite well on Quest Hunter against Rush Warrior. That's like not the easiest matchup to play. I've played that like once or twice myself. He managed his resources super well between like half controlling the board, half pushing face. I was very impressed by that. That's not an easy matchup to play for the Quest Hunter side, and he gave me made my life miserable, which is the highest praise you can bestow on an opponent.
All right. Well, with that, there's a big win for your team. Any last shout outs before we move on to our Battlegrounds series there?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Justin.
Justin.
There you
Team
go.
Justin in specific. So any specific Justin? Justin 1, Justin 2?
Much love to all the Justins out there in chat in the world. Yeah,
Okay.
especially the ones doing Justin things. But yeah, thanks to you guys as well for putting this on. As always,
No
good
problem.
content.
I'm glad Vino actually reached out and got
Yeah,
got this set up, so it was good. So
totally. Thanks, Vino, for that again.
no worries, buddy. Well, you have yourself a great night and enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah, thanks. You too, guys.
Take care. Very knowledgeable guy, man. Holy crap! Just
Very knowledgeable and very excitable.
yes, yes, sir. So
You love to see that passion.
much passion, especially being the number 1 seed on this team. Get to represent, say who's the captain and all that jazz. So now we're gonna move over to Battlegrounds here real quick.
Yeah, we're making our way through every game mode we pretty much have around. So
So I do have some cams here, so it's gonna be an entertaining and busy night for me. We got NJO on cams, Damon on cams, Jammies on cams, and a newcomer I haven't seen.
I believe that's Lolnenko.
That's Little Nico. Okay.
I believe so. I can't see the cams myself, but I do think that is Lolnenko.
All right, I'll label it Little Nenko, and yeah, if you want to go over the teams that made it into the playoffs.
Yeah. All right. So start from the top. We've got Concede Your Match. Well, this is alphabetical order, no particular order other than alphabetically. Concede Your Match, Crafty Monkeys, Dawn Dates, and Risky Refresh. Other than Crafty Monkeys and Risky Refresh were pretty much I think the guarantees, really even from 3-4 weeks ago. But Concede Your Match came on an absolute tear from last place, getting into third and making the playoffs, and donned eighth with the storybooked 0.2 win to get into playoffs, and just beating out Daryl and Flurgle, who were most definitely in the playoff picture for the entire time.
Entire time, indeed. Sorry, I was just a little bit distracted with trying to make sure you saw my my Hearthstone. So yes, lots of craziness that happened during the season. So, anything that was well, you didn't play. You subbed in for Veneria's Virtuosos. I could probably bastardize that name a bit, but anyway.
Yeah, I subbed in for my old team once there, just picking up when they needed somebody. But other than that, I mean, there wasn't anything too wild. I know. I'm excited for this one. There's a lot of very extremely high top point getters coming through. Riots has been absolutely dominant this season. As well, Damon, Lolnenko. I mean, the points are there, so it's going to be a great lobby for sure.
All right. Let's see if the lobby is ready.
Believe so.
Okay. So, like I mentioned on cams, we got Jammies, we got Lolenko, we got Damon, nice Jewish owl so far. There might be some more individuals. Unfortunately, Gordon won't be able to see them, but
That's
that's the cool part of what we're trying to do here in the THL is make sure that the players are visible and having fun, just like we are.
everyone got fun.
Right.
So much fun.
Right.
Damon and NJO sitting next to each other.
That's right. they're classmates in their university. I'm not sure what university it is. I can't recall offhand, so they can remind us in chat or whatever. So
Yeah, no, they are roommates. Yeah, so you know, don't have to wait to you're allowed to be in contact with your teammate. So nothing too crazy there, but I guess might be a little bit easier because you're right next to the person. You
That's
can
right.
definitely give them a good shout and be like, oh no, don't do that, do this. So it's gonna be interesting.
all right. Any favorites? Favorite heroes you want to see tonight?
I mean, I always love seeing how people pilot, like, the really, really strong individuals. So I'd love to see Master Nugent come out here. Maybe even Omu. I'm an Omu fan myself, so I'd love to see if Omu comes out. Well, what about yourself?
AFK's been pretty. I like AFK a lot.
Yeah, love her flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, queue up for a game of Hearthstone and then walk away for two turns.
2 turns just to see how much damage you get on your face, stuff like that. And I've been actually liking Gale Wing is
Yes.
another good one. So
yeah, Gale Wing's definitely one of the better ones. Recently changed. Now doesn't give you a free tavern on that tier 5. Dormant status. I'll call it, not dormant, but like after 5 turns, it would have actually give you a free tavern tier. But now it only discounts your tavern tier by 5.
looks like we got our players in there. So who are you spectating first? I get
I'm on none other than Don Day himself.
Don Delicious. Okay. So if you wanna, we got what's in this game. So we got Quillboars, Elementals, Murlocs, Beasts, and Mechs. What's not in the game is Pirates, Demons, and Dragons this time around.
So guess what we're gonna see?
We're gonna see some Frogger antics.
Yeah, we're gonna see the frogs. They're gonna be leaping.
You want to run through who's what, where, and when?
Yeah. All right. So round 1 being done. Here we go. Riots on the great Akazamzarak. We've got Steffi on Gale Wing. So there you go. Dundee on Rafam. Damon on Zephyrus. Lolmenko on Malagos. NJO on Utanus. Taking a little playbook out of Justin there, who is his teammate on Crafty on Monkeys as well. So playing the Utanus. Snake Fod's on the Master Nugent, so we get to see mine as well. And Jammies on Sir Finley with the mana, the Millhouse Mana Storm bot.
Okay. Make sure we get the right that's on the screen there, so pardon the slowness of my APM. 50-year-old APM.
You mean you don't play a Wild Ignite Mage?
No. Not yet.
Not yet, but soon. Pretty standard first couple turns here. Nice for Donde, actually. Finds the Murloc Tidecaller from his teammate Jammies there. Can only imagine that was planned that way to help Donde get a triple. So, and not too much damage pushed to the top. Right. Another Tabby Cat could be the call here. I also don't mind just tavening up, hitting the hero power button, and playing the Murloc Tidecaller out.
The hero portrait's all situated with our group.
All right, Donde is going to go buy the right, gonna go for the Tavern Up and the Hero Power. Is he gonna play the Tide Caller? Yes. All right, plays the Tide Caller and Galewing. Steffi looks like she's going for the Discover a Tavern. She's going high. She's already on Tavern Tier 3 and actually has given Donde a triple with the Murloc Scout. So, if I'm Donde, I'd probably push to Tavern Tier 3 here and attempt to find a 4-drop. He does. We've got Jugs, Mechano Eggs, and Hydras. Not really the best or really a great direction that Donde will be taking here. Ooh.
He's probably getting yelled at pretty hard by James at this point, I think.
Oh, definitely. This is a Donde classic low roll if I've ever seen one. But I think you take Hydra, maybe? It's Hydra or the egg. I don't think we ever take Jug here. Jug just seems not good in this current situation.
Yeah, I think Hydra, you're right. Hydra's kill Hydra. I mean
all right, goes for the Mechano Egg. It's not bad. It's just we don't have a lot of mech synergy with it just yet. If we do find Brand, they've got a nice little like menagerie build going on currently, so
yep.
We'll have to see what the choice is. Oh, actually is sold off the possible triple. Oh, he's going to get the elemental here.
Wow. Okay.
It should be a loss just because of the death rattle that's going to come out on the Iron Golem. But if these trades go properly, it's not. It's going to be a tie.
Oh, Damon not liking that one too much, but
yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Kind of getting scammed there.
Yeah.
Spawn's pretty nice here. Allows the Mechano Egg to actually attack and do something. But man, don't I just kind of like pushing to Tavern Tier 4. You're coming into Riot's board, tied with Steffi last time, but that's because they're partners, I would assume.
Yep.
I it might be greedy and it might throw the match for you, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, Saku.
So we'll watch this turn and we'll jump over to Damon's screen.
Sounds like a plan.
You can let me know who you are spectating next.
I will. All right. I expect all of these things to be played now. We've kind of got a menagerie build going towards Donde right now, so we'll have to see if he's able to find like a Light Fang or a
Oh, he's going up against Jam. Oh, Snake Fods. Sorry.
Snake Fods. Yeah, no. It's gonna be a tight one, but I think Donde's probably gonna take this just with the death rattle off of the Mechano Egg. So he doesn't even need it. Just gonna be able to push a little bit of damage to Riots here.
Oop. Yeah, I said Snake Fods. It was wrong. I was looking at my screen when.
No problem. Well, that's what we're going to head over to now. And Donde actually does pick up the Murloc Tidehunter, so could we see a tavern and go? He is. Well, we're going to leave. We're going to have to see what he gets next time.
Yep, next bout. So we got Damon going up against Steffi right now, who's just gone up to tier 4. Let's see if I can get Damon on screen here. Okay. Damon on screen with NJ Owl.
All right, yeah. So from Damon's board, kind of looking, I mean, scarily similar to what we saw on Donde's side, right?
Yep.
Not really finding a whole lot, not finding a direction to go. Does find the pseudo refreshing elemental. So each element or each minion that is killed. So avenge 2. So each 2 minions that die, it's going to give elementals in Bob's Tavern +1/+1. All right. Well, I mean, this should be a close one. I think it's going to go the way of Damon, just with death rattles and so much on the board still.
Yep.
Getting quite a bit from that elemental there. So Damon probably going to look to start cycling through some elementals here.
It was a 97.5% chance, according to HSR, to win. So, all right. So Damon going up against Riot. So it's Steffi's teammate. And unfortunately, in both those.
Yeah, it's very tough. Very uncharacteristically. Wow, that's a word that I can't say apparently.
Uncharacteristically?
Yeah,
Yes. There we go.
having Riots and Steffi in the bottom at the moment. So definitely not where you're used to seeing those two combatants.
Nope. Riot's just got clowned by Jammies, I think it is. Yeah, Jammies for 13. So.
Yeah, and but NJO sitting up there as the untouched so far.
Yep. Big fish sitting at the top of the pile
Big
right now.
fish.
Okay. I want to thank our viewers for tuning in to the Battlegrounds final. I guess there's playoff finals. We're going to go through 2 weeks of this matchup, and then whoever gets the most points wins.
Yeah, just so nobody, gets high rolled out or anything like that. It's going to be 2 weeks, so people have a chance to kind of fight back to put a little bit more on the line and try and go for the finals.
Yep. All right. Jassar is not showing it because of that secret is in the way.
Yeah,
so,
but it's going to be Damon favored definitely. But shouldn't send him out just because of the 15 damage cap and really won't do as much damage. Just got to hope that Steffi holds on with the 15 damage, and she does actually.
Yep. Two more turns, and then we'll jump over to your screen.
No problem.
Crank up the sound a little bit. So, Demon's looking for what? Just more Ellies? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just going to be trying to get as much Avenge and as many Elementals as possible. Stasis Elemental is going to be pretty good here. Just every time he plays an Elemental, it's going to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yep. Comes that big.
Let's see what this Stasis Elemental is going to freeze. It's going to be okay. A Elemental's pretty good. I mean, at this point, he's looking for triples. He's looking for like Major Domo, and he's looking for probably Crackling Elemental or Cyclone Elemental, the Wind Fury Divine Shield one. Simply because these are good. These are good elementals, but they're not game changing.
Right, they're not big enough to just power through any larger boards that may grow. Because Murlocs are in the mix, but we haven't seen any.
Yeah, and going Divine Shield or Poison Murlocs is a difficult build just because they did take Toxfin away.
Yep.
So not as difficult or not as easy as it once was. That's for sure.
Yeah, they were looking for that. I can't remember. It's SI Fin, right?
SI Sefin.
FI Sefin.
Sefin.
My tongue does not.
Yeah, it's definitely a tongue twister. That's for sure.
SI Sefin. There we go. All right.
So Jammies looks like he has found a bit of a menagerie build here with the Agam Thorncaller there. So gonna take a bit of a victory here as well. Not too much damage, so Damon's not too upset about that. But
do we have any casualties? Is the question. No casualties. So All right.
Yeah, it looks like the bottom, Steffi and Riots have kind of solidified themselves. I'd be surprised if Riots actually lost his ice block.
Yeah. And we get to see Nice Joe Shell actually taking 14 from Donde and then 7 from Riots their last turn. So he's down to
Yeah, so
19 from 40. That's pretty big.
yeah, actually Riots did win that last one. So I'm assuming ice block's still intact for NJO there.
Yeah.
Or for Riots there.
Right. Yep. Right. So after this turn, we'll jump over to Cord, and who is viewing who again? Sorry.
I'm following along with Lil Nanko at the moment.
Little Nako. Okay. All right. Damon's got the bronze, the brand, I should say. Bronze. I just saw bronze beard. So, got the brand for a reason.
Elementals do a few battle cries. They don't do the most.
I got a couple. The ones that are on the board there's 2 of them that have the Smogger and the Stasis Elemental have the battle cry on it, but
Yeah, the Smogger is, I think, definitely what you want to be trying to find for the
Yeah.
battle cries. But outside of that, there's really not a whole lot.
yep. Donde going up to 5. Jamie's at 5. Damien at 4. Sneak Fod's at 5. Nice Jewel Shell at 4. Steffi at 5. Pretty much everybody's at 5. Lil Nico's at 5, and Riots is at 5.
Yeah, it's kind of the way it needs to be done, especially getting later in turn 10.
Yep.
You need to find those really, really strong 5 drops and to be able to push your way through and progress to the next level.
Yeah.
As it would be.
Yep. So we got Lil Ninko actually trying to get the snipe train going, but it's unfortunately minions are a little bit too big.
Yeah, going to be able to clear it up a little bit, but still going to take quite a bit of damage here from Damon.
Yep. Okay, so now we're jumping over to Corden.
Yeah, Damon hits Lil Nenko, and then we follow along with Lil Nenko.
Right. Cams for Lil Ninko are coming up in 2 seconds.
I mean, Lil Nenko is he's on the mech build right now. Has a nice Malagos hero power, so able to swap a minion with one of its tavern tier twice. So looking for a triple. Oh, doesn't find the right bot. Finds the grease bot, not the mechano tank. And there's the second grease bot. I think it's a little bit too much to buy both of those at this rate.
Okay. Steffi's I'm just spectating Steffi right now. She's on a Quillbore mechish kind of deal.
Yeah, it's interesting decision here by Lil Nanko to see. This is kind of a which way that they want to go, or that he wants to go. I mean, I don't like keeping the grease spot. I think it has to go eventually. Finding the Defender of Argus is pretty good because of the champion of Yashtaraj that you have. You're gonna hold on to the champion.
Big champion.
Ooh, this does not bode well for Lolmenko.
Up against Sneak Fods. Yep.
Yeah, up against Snake Fods, who has found a pretty good build. Only thing you can hope is, okay, that's a great hit. You need to just, okay, that's another really, really strong hit. Needs to take some value trades, but that's just not going to be enough.
Nope.
That's going to be sending Lil Ninko out in 8th place, and that's going to pop the 15%. I'd expect to see 3 people suck you.
Wow. So Steffi took care of Nice Joe Shao, who was only at 4. Riots was taken care of by Jammies, and then we saw Lil Ninko getting popped by Donde. I believe it was, or no, Snake Foz. My bad. Okay, so we'll rip over. Who are you spectating now, buddy?
On the jammies there, who we lost or not lost to, but who's close to the top there.
Okay. Jammies on screen now for our viewers. Clean cut.
Yeah, no, Jammies has a very nice Agam build going on right now. A nice menagerie board at the moment. Just not really have that blood gem generator. Really just has the golden Quillbore that's going to give 2 blood gems every time something is played. But or the first time a Quillbore has played a turn. So really, these menageries, you'd love to see a brand in this instance, or just anything that's going to generate a little bit more blood gems.
Oh, and Steffi's found SI7, so
All right, looking for a little bit of poison in her life. All right,
yep.
I can respect that.
Just gonna rotate that individual on her board. Once there's 3 avenge, you get that avenge verbiage trigger word.
Jammy should be looking fine here into Damon's board. Just has quite a larger board compared to the elementals on Damon's side. Shouldn't be lethal quite anything, but it's definitely gonna take a shot here. All right, nobody gone yet. Everyone's still hanging in there.
Yep. So we got Donde at 17 points, 2 points, sorry, with Snake Foz at 8, Damon at 10, Steffi at 17, and then 31 for Jammies, who's all smiles right now in his cams.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too. Don Daith is having a pretty good showing here.
Yep.
The only 2 still hanging around, other than Steffi and Riots as well, having a great time here. Damon and Snake Foz are trying to hold it in for their respective teams for the for the favorites. I would say, I guess maybe not favorites because Risky Refresh is definitely up there, but
Yep.
some of the highest point scorers, that's for sure.
Yep, for this season. So we'll watch a couple more games from Jammies, then we'll flip over to Steffi, unless who is going up against Damon right now.
Yeah, just follow along with Jamie. Still just doing elemental stuff. Looking for free refreshes. There's another jug in the shop if Jamie chooses to take it. I can't imagine why not. Really missing on the Amalgadons at this point in time, but actually love to see, just buy the Primal Fin.
All right.
Definitely would love an Amalgadon situation. I'm thinking Jammies and a brand would just complement it perfectly.
Okay. Do we have a
Well,
percentage?
there is some Divine Shields, and they are extremely large. No reset on the Bristleback Knight for Jammies. Snake Fox also goes down, but that's a massive minion. Oh my goodness.
Wow, the
This
lumps.
holy mackerel is farming the big minions of Jammies.
Taking care of some business. Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Sniped.
Yeah, just bang.
Jamie's
Snake
taking
Fox
11.
with the Divine Shield, it's pretty strong.
Ooh. So we got crafty monkeys are out. So Damon coming in
took a
5th.
shot.
Yep. After a defeat from Steffi, and Steffi's going up against Sneak Fods right now, so we'll switch over to my screen.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop on Dawn Day after this.
Steffi's doing the little mech
Ah,
Quillbore build.
I see.
Which
I
is-
see what Donde's doing and why he's alive. My boy's on leapers.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It all makes sense now. Yeah, no, Steffi's going with the mech. There's a cool quill board there that every time a minion loses Divine Shield, you gain
A blood
you
gem.
gain a blood gem,
Yep.
and then you just play the ground shaker who gives the +2/+2 to everything.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean it works so well.
Yeah, I was kind of curious why she picked the seafood slinger, make a
It's-
Murloc golden, but
It literally, so if there's a Burlock in the Bob's Tavern,
yeah,
you make it golden, you buy it, and you get an instant
instant-
triple.
Right.
So you discover a tier 6 minion at this rate. That's a free tier 6 at this rate for Steffi.
Yep. And when she found SI7, maybe she was trying to hope for another one to pop up in the lobby there, but did not. Maybe.
Just shy.
Ooh, we got a 7.5 chance, according to HSR, to tie. Whether a tie happens?
Yeah, it's really going to come down to shield RNG, I think, for this one.
Yep.
And if the Kangar's apprentice gets ripped off and brings back some valuable max, or if it's just going to bring back some okay
Questionable.
ones. There's no resets. This actually, this 2710 Deflecto, it does die, so finally gets the reset, Steffi. That's very, very beneficial towards her. And yeah, Snake Fods, I feel like, is going to be taking a quick L here.
Just barely. So 7. Wow. Escaped death. Donde, finally.
Yeah, falling into the top 4 spot. If there's a spot that you want to go out in, that's definitely there could be worse situations for Donde.
Worcestershire spaces, yes. All right, so it could come down to, well, Steffi and Jammies are playing against each other right now, so those could be eliminated, and Snake Fods could lose to a dead body, but I don't think so. Not with the way
No,
that
it would
comp is
be
going.
it would be Donde's board, who just went out
Ooh.
this past turn.
You
All
know,
right,
no
so
mojo.
there's a triple on the other side for Steffi.
Yep. She's also probably looking at the Myaxna maybe with the amount of.
You gotta go. She's gotta go.
Gotta go fast.
Don't boomer it.
Yeah, definitely easy Foe Reaper.
And you're gonna play the blood gems. Play the blood gems. Oh no, the blood gems. They're in the hand. Saku, they're in the hand.
Yeah. EPM. Just so many choices at the time to figure out, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? And going up against Jammies. The Myaxna gets sniped here. Nope.
My axe on the side, no resets unless that this other deflecto bot, but my axe is going to take care of that one, and looks like Jamie's is going to run away with this one here.
Oh, goodness.
Not shouldn't be lethal, but it doesn't tickle.
Oh, 3. Okay. Snake Fods
Right.
survives, and Steffi goes up against Donde. So we definitely got our odds of a good chance to get second place if you're Steffi. So. After this one, we'll flip over to, you're still spectating Jammies?
I am on Jammies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a longer match than I expected. These have been a lot quicker during the season, and it took a while to find the first couple lethals there, I think, is why these games are going on a little bit longer than expected.
Steffi finally gets to utilize that that chef that turns into a Murloc into a golden. Probably dishes that away just to get a 6 minion. Yeah, there we go. Oh, gets another seafood slinger. Okay. And didn't pick him. Amul, the choice.
Yeah,
Nope.
Amul's just going to be able to give her more choices at things. An oil module. I'm going to play both of these mechs here. Yeah, it does get the Omega Defenders. Second Holy Macro is going to be held back. At some point that you do have to get rid of these.
Blood gems.
Yeah, maybe she's looking to take the blood gems off of the ground shaker, which is
Okay.
why she's looking for the necro fault. I actually don't know the name of it, to be 100% with you. It's such a very rarely used minion. But essentially, it's going to remove those blood gems from the ground shaker and give it to somebody of her choice, which is more than likely going to be the Holy Mackerel.
Gotcha.
Ooh, snake thoughts. Just blasted jammies.
And Steffi's taking care of Donde's Frogger-ish tendencies with a 21 smash to the dome. Wow. So Jamie's got lamb basted.
Absolutely clapped. Yeah, like this was 28, Saku.
Oh my.
28.
That was unfortunate for Jammies.
It's very unfortunate. It was, doing a great job, but then finally just got kind of flat.
Yep. Reach back and clapped yourself. Steffi and Sneakfuzz going out with a flurry. Battled each other last time, and
Yeah, I mean, Snakefots has an amazing board of mechs right now, as does Steffi.
yep.
But I don't know if Steffi can get through the divine shields that Snakefots has.
Seafood Slinger going up against that 2/3 Murloc. Yep. Chef goes bye-bye. Murloc comes up short. Jeez. If you don't want a Seafood Slinger, you get one. So, nothing big coming out here. Yeah, Holy Macro coming out again. Yep. Okay. +1 to everybody.
Do not stop now.
+2, so leftmost. Okay. Let the smacketh begin.
Ooh, it is extremely close here. It is 100% going to come down to resets on divine shields and what macros are going to survive the latest. Because, look at these macros trading here, Saku. It's absolutely criminal. All right, mackerel's down.
One mackerel's down. Do we see another one getting sniped?
So there's no more resets on the side for Steffi unless this... Yeah, okay. Oh, no, it misses. Okay, it does go. So she's going to take this one, I think, Saku.
Let's see.
Outside of some... Yeah, no, this
There we go.
So... Yeah.
That was close. Very close. We were a sneeze away from failing. But congrats to Steffi pulling that through and really digging from the depths of 7th place in round 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Rolling all the way back up to numero uno. So
Very
congrats to
nice
Steffi
indeed.
on that one. Kind of redeems her teammate a little bit there for exiting early, but
Yeah, no, it definitely helps Risky Refresh stay in the game. But I mean, the real winners you have to look at is Don Daith, right?
Yep, Don Daith with the big top finishes. And
yeah, it's super, super strong.
right. So who are you looking to spectate next time around here, dude?
I think we pretty much got most people on. I
did.
might run over to NJO. honestly kind of got popped. I was doing well, and then took a couple quick losses and
Yep.
wasn't really able to get through there. So we might take a run over to NJO and see what's going on there.
Okay, I'll jump on Riot's spectate as a spectating. So waiting for a 5-minute break possibly, but we'll look keeping an eyeball on the Green Lobby chat and the THL Discord. Owl asking to go again. AGANE. Proper
Yeah,
spelling.
definitely.
Was there anything throughout this season for Battlegrounds? Was a particular person or player that surprised you for this season?
I think the biggest one for me is there's a few ones. At the top of my list is Sazero. Just because I don't know the person personally or really in the community, but getting picked up by a team like Risky Refresh with Steffies and Riots, you definitely know that that there is a lot of good uh, play there.
Yes.
And is one of the top point getters along the way with Riot. So that was definitely a pleasant surprise. But the biggest one I think that surprised a lot of people were seeing the Crafty Monkeys do so well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a bunch of smart individuals, definitely very prominent standard players. Um, but I don't know if anyone really expected them to translate that over to Battlegrounds so well. But on another note, it was surprising how quickly they kind of lost their way, if you would. Still coming into the playoffs as the top seed with their absolute dominant performance in the earlier weeks, but
Yep.
they definitely let some teams catch up.
Yeah, and it's maybe it was just like the pairing kind of help offset some of that. So they got to see Canoe, who was maybe paired up with who was his other teammate?
Hurdle.
Turtle, right? And Turtle was just kind of, I think, didn't play as often as the rest of the group. So NJO and Damon were obviously roommates, as you've seen in the cams. So they have plenty of time to kind of strategize and work through comps and such. So
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the meta shift definitely hurt a lot of
yep,
players as well.
yep,
Used to a specific model of winning, and then
yep.
when that shift did happen, I don't know if as many people took it, maybe not took it as seriously, but definitely put the practice in to get the new reps that was needed.
Exactly. Yeah. Dawned 8th actually surprised me. They were really had some low expectations based off of how the team got put together as a, hey, you want to play Battlegrounds? What's Battlegrounds? And to have Myanodon pretty much be second, the second most in their team to get the points, with Brushy Tuna having some life stuff like work involved, so he doesn't normally the strong player. Jammies is a very strong player, and Donde is barely plays Battlegrounds, so he's limping his way through, which is really good to see, actually.
Yeah, no,
Not
it's
because
good
he's
to see.
limping through, but because he's actually finding a different mode play within Hearthstone. So
Yeah, no, it's good to see people branching out and just having fun in other modes.
yep.
But with no further ado, I think we're about to dive on in.
All right. Let me jump into. Oh yeah, we're spectating you first. So, good old Corrodin.
That's me.
Corrodin. What's the Nova Scotia way to say it?
I don't know if there is one.
I don't think there is one either. Unless you add a by, B apostrophe Y.
That's true.
Road
That
and
is
by.
always the way.
All right, so riots for me, and you have
NJO.
okay. That does not NJO on your screen, folks. That is jammies, but NJO dialing up now.
All right. We're gonna let this first round kind of play out and take its route, and then we will dive right into what we have, what we don't have, and who is everyone playing.
Who's everybody playing? Things.
Things of stuff, characters, individuals.
Heroes.
All right. In this game, Quillbores, Elementals, Murlocs, Beasts, and Dragons. We will not have pirates. We will not have demons. We will not have mechs. So, Saku, we've seen no pirates and no demons this entire
I'm okay
series.
with
Which
that.
is, yeah, it's all right.
Huh?
Starting from the top and working our way to the bottom, we have Steffi on Maev. We have Donde on Greybow. We have Jammies on Millhouse, Manastorm, Lolneko on the Lich King, NJO on Norsdamu. Snakefaws on Alakir, Riots on Edwin Van Cleef, and Damon on Captain Hook Husk.
Kidoki. All my hero portraits on
All your
these.
ducks in a row, if you would.
Yep, just looking at Damon, who is Tusk. Hook Tusk. Horse Riots.
Ooh. NJO is finding the triple whelp smuggler. That's extremely good going. If he can find the dragons early on to really catapult this in the correct direction, NJO is a very nice start already.
He looked like he's having a fun time sitting next to his teammate.
Always nice. Kind of brings back those old memories of,
LAN
LAN
parties.
gaming and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All those kids out there. That's when you had to go to your friend's house with your stuff.
Yes. And bring all your PC gear and equipment. And
Everything.
hopefully you didn't puncture your monitor with your keyboard corner. So
Yeah. All right, Snakefoss taking a quick victory there over NGO. Nothing too catastrophic happening just yet. NGO going to pick up this Whelp Smuggler, or might choose to hold it for another turn and go for a 4-drop, but no, just pulls the trigger, going for a nice 3-drop here. Yeah, not what you want to see. Another Whelp Smuggler, but there are no dragons in sight for NJO. Not, finding the triple is fantastic, but nothing to go with it is just going to be pretty upsetting.
Riot's is trying to work on a dragon comp himself. He's got a little bit of the Acolyte of Cthulhu and Sun Bacon Relaxer, along with 2 of the Chroma Wings.
Yeah, NJO very close to finding something here, just, literally missing the demons or the dragons.
not much choice. You don't go up a tier right now, do you?
If you're NJO, I mean, you could definitely go up, go to 3. You have a free reroll as well. It's just Norse Damu's
Oh god.
hero power. Your free refresh every turn is free. Road Boar is okay, but I mean, like, no dragons are just going to be, NJO's death sooner or later.
Yep.
But hopefully, he'll be able to pull something out soon here.
Okay. JO going up against Lil Nanko.
It's a little Nanko here, so probably gonna take a loss here. There are quite a few death rattles, and just that spawn coming back is gonna get a few value trades, and that road boar is not gonna pop. Are able to kind of stem the bleeding there, but not exactly what you want to be seeing there.
Riots just took 7 from Jammies. So next turn we'll jump over to Riot's cam or Riot's screen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, poor MJO still no dragons, and still no way to buff those dragons either. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Not only do you need to find the dragons, you need to be able to give them buffs to actually make the Whelp Smuggler mean anything.
You did have a dragon there, but I don't think it was worth taking at the time. The stat line was pretty poor, right? Just waiting for other dragons.
Okay, here's a Twilight Emissary finally, but just has to play it simply to be okay.
That? Yes.
That's a freeze. That's a Terragosa. That's everything you could ever want and hope for.
Terragosa Taunted would be even better.
Yeah. You could possibly give it Divine Shield somehow. Selfless hits it during the match. It's pretty great. There's some good 4-drop dragons as well that can help buff it up. So, NJO finding us is definitely going to now be on the good path, I'll say.
All right. For the big exchanges, and we got Donde still. Oh, sorry. Snake Fods is going after the Leapfrogger. All right. Switch over to my screen.
Flipping over to you're on Riots here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Riots, like as you said, has found the dragons that NJL has been so dire need for at this point in time. But not much else going on for Riots here. Outside of, the Edwin hero power, doesn't really have a great direction. Might start juggling on top of this Cyclone here.
Oh, 10. That nice quick buff there with turning that Cyclone into a 10-4.
Big 10-4 there, buddy.
Roger Dodger.
But yeah, no, getting that up, it's nice. It gives Riots another direction to go. Being able to get the Blood Gem off of the Divine Shield proc as well is going to be pretty nice, pretty beneficial to them there.
Okay. 18% chance. That's a pretty high chance to tie.
Yeah, these are pretty cut down the middle here. just with the big minions on the side of Riots, and then NJL just kind of has some good minions all around. So the way these trades are going, though, it does look to be Riot's side, but these high attack minions don't have a lot of health. This could split both ways. It's going to, yeah, bang, right down the middle.
Wow. I mean, it was pretty high percentage to tie in the first place. Like, wow, okay. Did have a 70% chance to win, but it all depends on where the hits.
That's it.
All right. Big Dragon's coming out 56 44, but low mana or low health, which is a drawback for those dragons. Anything you want to throw away here with Gem Splitter? You throw away?
At this rate, you might just want to get rid. Oh wow! Actually, just chooses to get rid of the Arm of the Empire.
Okay, 3-2 that. Okay.
No, we're not finding the Whelp Smuggler. I guess we're just going for a Caligos late game, which is fine. Caligos can definitely still just take a game away from anybody if you get them soon enough.
Yeah, Razor Gore or Mirzon is at tier 5. Right.
Tier 5 for the Razor Gore, yeah. It's going to be tier 6 for the Caligos.
Yeah.
He's looking very favorable here over Lomlenko's board.
Yep. 5% chance to tie here. Wow.
Wow, finds it just barely.
So close. So 93.1 chance to win, and he won.
Yeah, sometimes all you need is one health.
Yeah. A 1 minion.
One minion and a dream. Sometimes that's
do
how
have
it goes. We
a
do
casualty.
have Snake Fod, second place last game, gets taken out here.
An Alakir is usually a decent one to pick, and probably just didn't get the comp.
Yeah, it's tough when there's not a lot of poison also, because
Mhm.
typically you can coast through the early games with Alakir with the Divine Shield, Taunt Wind Fury on a poison. Typically deals with one or at like two or definitely one minion,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
All right, so we'll just sit on Riots for one more turn, and then we'll flip over to your screen. Who are you spectating right now?
I'm on David Kirk.
Okay, so we got Riots going up against his teammate, so I'm not sure what you can skinny off. Actually, the 8-4 maybe, like throw it away. And
Yeah,
see if we
I
can
mean,
roll.
at this rate, you might just have to assume that you might be taking an L towards each other.
Yeah.
And doing your best to clean it up, but I don't think anyone's going to be sent out here. If Riot is going to, they want himself to take the hit and not Steffi, so
Right. The Steffi's at 12, he's at 24, so
yeah.
we'll see. It's 100% loss for Riots.
Oh,
So
must
depending on
be the just the positioning and these. Okay, so the Razor Board getting hit is pretty big. But that's pretty much going to be the only thing else is going to be dying. Riots has a ton of these blood gems in hand now, though.
So, but
Oh my
he's going to
goodness.
get smacked for 17.
Whew.
That was close.
I mean, that's just the risk you run.
That was close. So, we got another casualty. We got Donde at 8th.
Don Day and not in Don 7th.
Now we're jumping over to Corden's camera.
Yeah, we are looking at Damon right now, who is kind of taken more of his dragons from his teammate there. Has the Terragosa and a couple golden minions, but really nothing that is going to be benefiting him. You know, a golden Geomancer and a golden Roots is all right. It's not the best, but it's all right.
Damon, pretty focused here.
Going for a Quillbore build, so it's nice, but he's coming into Riots who, you know, might have just taken a shot from Steffi, but that was really because he positioned poorly. So we're gonna see what Damon can do here versus the pretty strong Riots.
Could we see another casualty here?
We very well might, yeah. All right, coming through. These Divine Shields are going to play very well for Riot's side of things. Damon's going to be taking some unfavorable trades. See if he can clean up this board a little bit. Not going to take too much. Still alive. That's definitely the favorable thing that he wanted to do, coming into a 3% chance to win that.
Yeah.
We do lose. NJO looks like.
Oh, wow. Negan.
So after that very strong start from NJO, finding the triple whelps early on, just not able to get those dragons
online.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm spectating Jammies right now, who hasn't taken damage just yet. Going up
Can't
against,
say that, Saku.
I just had to curse him. That's all.
You get Jinx the man.
Shut out. There.
Shout out to your boy. All right. Well, Damon has found the triple on the dynamic duo here with a handful of Quillbores in hand. Ooh. What does Mirazon grab us? Not a whole lot. Just, 2 additional gold, essentially.
Damon buffing up the that minion?
The dynamic duo there, yeah. So for every blood gem that's played on a friendly Quillbore,
Yep.
the dynamic duo is actually going to gain +2/+2.
Gotcha. Jammies is working on a death rattle grouping for the coilers, gas coilers.
Interesting. Oilers.
Going up against Steffi. Wow. Okay. We have another casualty depending on how things go.
Yeah, I mean this is tight. Other than, like, as you said, Jamie's not taking a shot. Steffi's at 12, right? It's at 7. Nenko at 7, and Damon at 3. I mean, we could see the game or the top 2 right here, Saku.
Good.
Someone's got a ghost. All right. Well, Damon's actually gonna be sending Lil Manko out here.
And Jammies, unfortunately, sending Steffi home.
Yeah, we might see it, Saku. Damon coming into the ghost board here. We might want to switch over to your board here. Watch Jammies and Steffi go at it.
Steffi is gone now.
Oh, sorry. Jammies and would it be Riots? Riots. I knew there was a risky refresh left.
Yeah.
Just had to find the correct one.
Yeah, you got Riots, so Jammies could be get a deal with Damon and then Riots, and Damon's battling a ghost right now, correct? Yes.
Yes, Damon's into the ghost, so yeah, kind of a standard one. So we might want to see the two players go at it.
Yep. So I'll let the viewers know what the percentage is for the tie according to HSR. Not that it's entirely accurate, but it's an idea.
I think they figured it out pretty well, honestly. I think they've changed it quite a bit, so it's pretty honest now.
Okay.
After a lot of the random leaper stuff that was going on.
So Jamie's cam, he's a little bit wants to make a couple changes, but is scared to do so right now. So
Yeah, I mean, going into such a strong turn right now, having the Agam with the Charlie
yeah.
is really what's driving him through right now. Going to be giving a +2 to a lot of those minions right now.
Oof. So you got 9.5 percentage points to tie.
Yeah, I think there's death rattles popping off. It's been a good comp for jammies, but this is probably where it falls off
Yep.
to some of these later game comps right now.
And Riots gives Jamie the big taste of defeat for a quick sec. So
Yeah, the first L.
now Jamie's going up against the Ghost. So if we want to jump quickly over to your screen.
And here, yeah, we're still sitting on Damon.
Okay.
Damon just kind of a similar build. Got the blood gems. Is really looking for the blood gems to pop off. There is a boar. Might want to end on the boar for this turn here. We're gonna start playing some of these blood gems. Try and get as much attack on the board with this ground shaker. Try and buff this dynamic duo up, but we got the duo pretty late, so it's probably going to be a lower attack. And I mean, coming into the board of Jammies, who is really got a monster board, to be fair.
Right. He's got.
We'll have to see how this goes.
Jamie's just froze his board with an opportunity to upgrade his warden, bronze warden. To
yeah, good. Nice, yeah. Triple's great because you filter yourself into getting the Amalgadon. And Jammies does have 3 different tribes on his board right now, so 4 actually. Sorry, so that's a great Amalgadon buff, and the Divine Shields from Riots could come in pretty strong here. Ooh, right down to the wire, but that's going to be it for Riots.
Now it's down to Riots and Damon. Or sorry, Jammies and Damon.
Jammies and Damon, yeah.
Jammies gets his favorite pet online, so we can put both players on Damon's screen for now.
Yeah, I mean, they're both just kind of rolling down for the high drops. Malgadon would be fantastic. Damon's actually not at Tavern Tier 6, so finding this triple could be extremely beneficial for him.
Yep.
Gets the Hamul? But what do you throw away? Probably the Terragosa, honestly. Oh, keeps the Terragosa around. All right. Probably not the best drops there for Damon. I do like the Sunbaked Relaxer simply because it's sellable and it gives you a lot more buffs.
There's some big buffs. Ooh, Jammies finds a Seafood Slinger. All right. 9.1 chance to tie.
Yeah, it's a tight one. It is Jamie's favorite right now.
Because of that coiler, right?
Yeah, it's Divine
Whoa.
Shield. Coiler survives, goes into the board. What's gonna come out? Ah, the big thing is if this Avenge really comes into play here.
And it dies just before it
Okay,
procs. So
that's all right. The Death Rattle's gonna be okay, but the 34 needs to. Oh, that was the wrong trade.
Damien gets to live another day.
It is tight. Now they both know what they look like.
Yep. Golden gas coiler.
Jammies does have the Amalgadon on his side, but no mechs in this lobby, so it's not fixable. You can't find the Divine Shield for it, unfortunately.
Now, do you give up the 15-15 or even the 18-21 to put the unstable ghoul there?
I don't think you need the Ghoul because your opponent doesn't really have that much, and your Divine Shield's actually more valuable.
Right.
So I think the Ghoul actually might be a little bit worse off, personally.
SI7 coming down possibly. Nope. Elemental gets a
Ooh,
rag that turns into nothing.
found a Malgadon on Damon's board. Misses on Poisonous, misses on Taunt, just gets the Wind Fury. No Divine Shield either.
Jammies just found Myexna. So, see where the Myexna hits. Oh, the 53-47. If it. Oh. Big hits.
Ooh. Massive hits. Jammies gets a massive
Wow.
reset here.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to
That's
be
it.
disaster, and that will be it for Damon. Jammies is going to take.
Look at that.
Wow, Jammies pulling up this week for his team.
Blam Bam Boogie. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So, by all players, standout of the evening is, I'm going to say, from the first game for Steffi, coming back from pretty much 7th all the way up to 1st. So, that'd be like the TSN turning point for this evening. And really, Damon for clinging on to the 3 life for the last 5 or 6 turns. That was a big point in game 2. So
Yeah, I really liked even like Steffi, in game one having a struggle start, but being able to find a way through and find the victory.
exactly. So that pretty much brings us down to a close here. I just want to run through a couple of things that happened tonight. So we had our first match with Slight and Excalibrine, with Slight coming our way with a 3-0 win for his team there. We had Always Just in Time versus Venus Spumoni going to Game 5 for their legacy match, which was great to see. And then we had a couple of great matches there with Battlegrounds, which fresh. Where does that leave teams standings?
I think it's a little janked because we just saw Jamie's one and he has himself in as a fourth. So I think they're a little bit messed up, unfortunately. But
Yeah. So right now, if they're a little bit jankied, we got Dawn Date at 20 points, Risky Refresh at 19, Crafty Monkeys at 17, and Concedure Match at 16. So this is unofficial results.
yes, yeah. But Jamie should be the biggest winner here.
Yep.
Getting a third and then a first.
Yeah. So it's 16 points in itself, and then Dawn Day being helpful self getting Good points in the first round, so that would have been what, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, no, definitely gonna get probably I think he came out in what, fourth this or
Yeah.
fifth this time?
no, he was
So
7th, I think, 7th or 8th.
seventh. So should be getting 2 points, I believe.
So down to 8th. Unofficially could be first place. Stay tuned to the website as much as possible.
Yeah, Sunday still has to happen. There's still some juggernauts to play on Sunday.
Yep. And tune into the announcements there, the content announcements. There might be something going on with Schoolstone. I don't believe anything is happening on a Salty Saturday. Just kind of Wild9 was unable to opt this weekend, which is fine. And then Sunday Schoolstone, there's nothing scheduled currently. And then Sunday Showdown, we are busy. So we got
Oh yeah.
a 7 o'clock match with Legacy with Judo Chop versus Kimura. We got a Pro Series match with Neji Boston versus Foggy. Then we got Battlegrounds playoffs there with Steffi commentating and possibly Mojo Powell if he's interested. Just volunteered you there, Mojo. And then 10 p.m. match with Neb Canuck and Geranium Battle doing another Legacy match. So, behalf of Corden, I want to thank all the players that were on tonight. 1 going on cams and 2 being on stream. It can be a little bit unnerving at times when you're on stream because you always feel like you're being watched, and in essence, you are.
By 20, 25 people.
You're being watched, but you're not being judged. So,
Oh, I'm judging.
okay, all right, that's 1 person out of 24. So,
And I don't matter, so.
exactly. Well, you matter to me, buddy.
Ah, thanks,
There you
pal.
go. All right, so if you want to wave to the camera, I'm gonna
Wait,
Turn
yes, I am definitely waving. You can see me wave.
turn on some music. Wish everybody a good night. Be safe out there. COVID's still a thing, so be safe. Wear your masks. Sanitize. All that good stuff. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.